and I know it's not.
Oh, are we live?
Here we go.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, well, Noah started talking, and then I was listening to him talk about how nice the weather was, and then I looked away from my screen, and I saw was his finger like, "Er."
Yeah, that's
Hello,
my bad.
everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to session 4 of Chaotic Average. Um, we're here to play some D&D, get fucked up mentally. Um, that's my goal towards you. I am still sick, so please excuse any like gross nasally sounds or coughs that come from my body. I'm doing my best here. Um, yeah, and I liked last week Sam's recap, so I'm gonna pass it to y'all again. This is gonna be the new thing. Y'all can do the recap, so it's not so like formulaically written by me. Tell me what you remember from the session. What did we do last session? Anyone?
Well, we killed Netton. I know
Hmm,
that much. We were successful in that. We broke a guard out from the shackles of society,
that's
and we
true.
convinced Kai to go off and live on their own. And sure enough, he was into it. He helped Ty get out of a tight situation, and then Stray met Kai. They talked a little bit, and then we all grouped together and left town with Kai.
Hmm.
Um, Walked for a while. We chit chatted amongst ourselves about a few things, and eventually we found the Etten camp, which we laid waste to one Etten with two heads and two dire wolves with one head each. And
Scared.
then that where we pick up is right after the death of the Etten. We were going through some books, sharing some stories. We congratulated Kai on a a victory, and Kai was being assisted by Stray with claiming their first trophy.
Right, yeah. So yeah, yeah, we ended there with Kai and Stray like skinning the wolf, doing a pretty good job.
Mhm.
um, Ty, yeah, Ty was going. This isn't Kai and Ty, and I did that to myself. Um, Ty, uh, was about to search the camp, looking for a few items, and yeah, and then Jasper was looking through a couple books that we'll go over that what each of those were. Especially you inquired about one specifically, but we never came back around to it.
Yep.
So we'll do that. And yeah, I think there are a couple other little things that happened, like Toby and Jasper went and got rented some horses by pressuring this young stable hand um, through name drops, essentially. They paid 40 gold for 4 horses. Promised to bring them back safely. There was a little bit um, excuse me, with Casimir in the library, just looking for some info on Jujuvis, and kind of getting flirted with by Mariana, the librarian there at Dog Eared. Possibly flirted with, possibly trying to bring you into the illicit side of librarianing. You know. But yeah, that's where we pick up. We are in the Eggen camp. Technically the Goblin camp, where it now lays slain next to a giant pile of goblin bodies that it was like eating on and like chilling out. What are we doing?
Ty was gonna go try to look for the um tent that belonged to the two goblin children. I
Hmm.
believe there was the identifier of the painting on the inside.
Yeah, that's right. Um, so you start looking around. Where do you want to start? Do we still have the map open? You want to just
Hmm.
pick a tent, any tent?
Pick a tent, any tent. I'll do the one on the top, the northern tent.
Okay. So that one is.
Should I move my token in case I get wrecked?
Sure, go ahead. Let me unpause the scene. There you go. In that one is it looks like a bunch of little cots, um, and very simple clothing, personal belongings, if you can call them that. I mean, I guess they would be personal, but they're nothing extravagant or like super nice or anything. It looks like this was the living quarters. This one.
Uh, go over to this one.
There you go. You go into that one and you instantly see pelts of wolves lining the wall, as well as pieces of charred bark on the ground and drawings all over the inside of the tent.
I think I found it. I think I found it. Can I look around? Because we're supposed to get the wolf pelt, and then there was supposed to be a tooth necklace.
Hmm.
Can I try to see if there's a tooth necklace in here?
Yeah, roll me investigation.
Me. I always have to remember how to open the character sheet on this.
Big same though.
Investigation. There it is. Oh, not good. Not good stats here. Then 18 plus nothing.
Hey, that's really good though. Yeah, so you start combing around through here, and you see several wolf pelts that are like they were cut, treated, tanned, the whole 9 yards. Look like they're ready to be, excuse me, turned into something. And you see a smaller one, kind of fashioned into like a cloak, where like the fangs of the wolf come down. Looks like it would be cut to about the size of Fudge.
Okay. Do I? Is there a the neck?
Yeah. So as you're like still going around, you see two other things of note essentially. One, you see a like a little straw doll that's literally just like hay, essentially like banded together in the form of a humanoid shape. And around it, much too large for the doll itself, is the necklace as well.
Okay. I will take the pelt and the necklace. Can I like get a closer look at the drawings in the tent? Do they have anything significant?
Yeah. With that same check too, especially, you could like take a look, and they look like kids' drawings, aka they kind of suck a little bit. Excuse me, but it has like all kind of different stuff. Like there's pictures of like trees in the sky, nature. There's stuff of presumably freaking Fudge in like with like weapons and like drawing themselves as like warriors. It's kind of almost like aspirations mixed with a child's whimsy and design, a flower here, a cloud that's underneath the tree some reason, and like all kind of like stuff like that. All of it is about like 2 feet from the ground. Kind of gives it like a trim.
So if I were to cut out all the drawings and roll it up like one piece, how much would that be?
That's a good question. I mean, you could carry it kind of like you would like a bedroll, essentially. It'd be bigger than that. Maybe like 3 times as large as like a bedroll.
Okay.
But you're pretty strong, so I think you could carry it if that's what you wanted, like tie it with something. Which there would be like ropes and all kind of like little knickknacks and things like that around here as well. Tools for skinning little knives and the like.
Is there like a box anywhere?
It's about like a small chest where like some pelts are kept.
Okay. I want to try to do something.
Okay.
I want to spend some time. This is kind of elaborate, okay?
All right, we're all ears. Let's go.
I want to put what seems to be the more personal possessions of the kids that I couldn't carry with me, like the doll and maybe a few pelts, anything like that, into the trunk. And if I could skin just the drawings, put it in the trunk, and then nearby, like a noticeable tree, a tree of note, a tree that kind of sticks out, bury it.
Okay. I mean, there's like one tree that's kind of like center village there, so that might be like, if you gave directions, it's the one like dead center. That might be
Yes, I'll do it there. I will spend my time doing that.
Close it at center anyway. Okay. So you kind of like gotta like the chest close. You gotta take like all the old pelts that were in it out to like fit your like tapestry of drawings. You start digging up some dirt. Yeah, it just takes some time, but yeah, there's certainly nothing that you can't do about that.
Is there if I were to take some time and check the other tents and stuff, is there anything of note in there?
So the big one to the south, if you go in there, it kind of looks like also a living quarters, but it's much nicer. It actually has like some furniture, like a kind of nice wooden chair, a table. It has like some nice weapons on a rack. You can put together, this is probably the living quarters for like the chief or whoever was like the leader of this little group here. So he, may have something if you want to search that one. The one to the right of that looks like a fisherman's tent. So there's like some fish that have been hung there that probably did not get, salted and cured how they should have been, because there was like an attack in the middle of the day. So there's a little bit of a whiff of unpleasantness that comes from that tent. But there's some fishing poles in there, tackle, little things that like worms and dirt bait. And then the next one looks like that's where they cooked. There's something like pots, pans, another fire on the ground. Unlit, of course, but like a little fireplace pit. Probably not properly ventilated enough, but it is what it is.
Lovely. Okay. Yeah. Ty will just spend some time doing that. Then other people can do whatever they need.
Oh. Does anyone want to do anything with Ty? It's just kind of walking around.
I like doing things with Ty, but I think I have other things.
Yeah,
in front of me right now.
We know what you're doing right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll come back to you then, Ty. Yes, I know you've been itching for the past week. What's in these books?
I think we got the names. 3 of them were like love stories.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
One of them was a spell book.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was Gods and Men, from men to gods.
A detailed look into the causation of war, a study of religion, souls, and inevitability.
Okay.
That one, yeah.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, the first one was called A Cycle of Love.
Mm-hmm.
You handed this one to Toby like right away. Toby, do you flip through the pages of these at all? Or you just kind of like put them to the side?
Pocket them for now.
Okay. So we'll just go in alphabetical order here. So the next one would be A Detailed Look into the Causation of War, a Study of Religion, Souls, and Inevitability. I'm gonna say the whole title every time.
I love it.
It's like a thick ass like dissertation
Thick
type.
ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thick as hell.
Does it seem like a lecture book or more like an encyclopedia? Like, this is just fact. This is what it is, rather than my opinion. If I just were to skim through it,
it definitely seems somewhat like an opinion piece in the sense that most like theses you are trying to prove something, like you have an idea of something and you're trying to show proof for it.
Right.
And then there is a summary in the beginning, essentially.
Oh.
Like any good, academic paper of length, you tell what you're going to be talking about. Essentially, the thesis being put forth here is that due to the nature of the cycle, which is a religious thing that everyone would know about, which is that there is the creator, the destroyer, Malor, and Versatrix, and then just like Jocasta, who kind of like maintains balance between them, so they don't, decimate all of reality just to rebuild it over and over again. He maintains like a sense of balance in their machinations. Right. This purports that due to Jocasta maintaining things at all times, it's essentially like matter cannot be created or destroyed in a
Mhm.
way. That souls cannot be created or destroyed. That there is a limited, finite supply of life that is available, either through like animals or humanoids, and that resources are also always going to be balanced in some way. And thus, this is why wars happen so often on
Mhm.
this continent, is what they're putting forth. That wars are a divine necessity in order to wipe out life so new life can come.
And who's the author?
This is by Arwith Stegall. And
Does
I
that
will,
ring any bells to me? Yes, please post that.
yeah. Um, they're kind of a fringe scholar, so I'll say you can roll history with disadvantage to see if you've ever
Yeah.
heard of them before.
Definitely. 14.
And probably not, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
But
Okay.
it's a very like dense tome, um, using a lot of like religious, like other religious books to like cite. And you think you might need like a full library to truly sit down and understand everything they're talking about because you'll have to cross-reference this and cross-reference that. But they
Okay.
seem to have put forward a case.
Okay. Interesting.
The next one is Displacer Beasts and how to find them.
Yep.
Did you keep that one or did you give that one to Toby?
Uh,
I can't
I think
remember.
I probably held on to them because I think I gave 3 and I kept 3.
Mm.
Because I kept the spell book, threw it into my bag.
Mm.
I was like holding this massive tome, and then there was Displacer Beast. I think I held on to that one.
Okay, and there's one more I know you did hold on to as well.
Which
Outside
one?
of those, Fortitude of a Serf, which is the next one.
Oh yes, yeah.
So either way, Toby could have looked at the back cover. This is a pretty popular fictional story
Mhm.
about a young man that goes and finds various beasts throughout the world. Instead of fearing and hurting them, he befriends them, opens up a sanctuary so they can thrive. His name is Froggy Toadstool. He's a young halfling wizard from Meishani. He didn't want to be stuck in a clerical position all day, so he went out and did this. And this book used to be incredibly popular, so most of you have probably heard of it. But
Mhm.
the author L.M. Wheeler started publishing some papers with like really bigoted ideology towards changelings,
Ooh.
and they just kind of got, yeah, like the book stopped circulation. It really fell out of favor, so it's actually kind of hard to find at this point because no one wants to be like associated with this author.
Okay. And that's Displacer Beasts and how to find.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
Next is Fortitude of a Serf, which is like a super old text. You would know this if you, I think I said anyone with proficiency in history would know this book.
Okay, I do have it.
Yeah. So the world, fucking lore dumps here, is broken into several ages. The Divided Age, the Forgotten Age. No, I'm saying those in the wrong order. I'm saying in alphabetical, not correct. In the Forgotten Age, the Recorded Age, the Divided Age, and Post-Unification. Those are like the 4 eras of time that have been recorded in this this world. And Fortitude of a Serf is the oldest text, the first text that starts essentially what is known as the Recorded Age. It is like with its like dating and how far back it goes. This is the first recorded. It's essentially a journal. The first recorded text in all of history as of now that people know about. It's very, very old. Probably about 4,000 years before the Divided Age happened.
Okay.
It's it has 547 entries of an elf named, what is it, Franthiel. I can go into more detail about that later, but that's
Okay.
essentially what it is. It's like his life. It's his life story and some of the things he did. But it's known because it's super old and the oldest known text. This is not an original copy by any means, but
Okay. Can I get his name drop in chat?
yes.
And then pretty much for the rest of the time, I will cast Detect Magic and walk around with Ty to all these huts that she is going in. Thank you.
And I think there was one more. Oh yeah, there were
More books? I
yeah,
like
there were more
books.
books. Yeah, one you
Oh,
gave to called Taste of Cherry. You definitely gave that one to Toby. That was also
yep.
another like romance smutty book. There's Troll's Bane, which is also kind of like a journal. If you give like a quick look through, it's like a really old text about an unnamed young woman whose family was killed by trolls and dismembered gruesomely and grafted to the troll's body. And she essentially set out on a revenge mission. She joined a group known as the War Maidens, learned to fight, and yeah, went to get her revenge, learned everything she could about killing trolls. That was like her life's dedication is killing trolls. So this has some notes about their weaknesses, their patterns, the habits that they go through, and it has some vague mention about where her sword, Troll's Bane, which is what the title is, it's named after that, where she left it, though it's very vague.
So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to take notes right now. What was
Yeah.
that last part about what she left? It's vague.
She left her sword behind.
Ah,
And if you
okay.
like go through it, you see that in someone else's handwriting, it
Mhm.
mentions where it's located, but it's very vague. So perhaps she perished and then someone like enshrined her weapon, Troll's Bane.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I'll take note of that. I will hold on to that book.
And last one was Song of War, written by Moon Su, a general in the War of Knights. He's a battle bard, self-proclaimed, a very famous or infamous general. He used to have entire members of his squad like not fight, but instead play like riling, upbeat music. And he was convinced that this threw his enemies off balance and also inspired his soldiers. He faced mixed results, essentially, but his name kind of spread around everyone's lips at that point because it was a really weird fighting tactic. So this is his book on how to be a successful warrior. And that was it.
Okay, cool.
And these are all in the Legend Keeper as well, if you go to the literature tab.
Good to know. I will
Yep.
probably have to look at that later.
I know that was a lot. Lore
Yep.
dumps and a bunch of other
I
shit.
love it though.
And then you walk around, you said, doing detect magic.
Yep.
You would get a ping from the chief's tent.
Hmm.
No,
Okay.
yeah, sorry, from the chief's body, not his tent.
So in the pile?
In the pile, yeah. And he's very clearly like the leader. He has ornate dressings, like a kind of like a skull fashioned mask on from like a wolf skull.
Okay.
But you get a ping from the pile. Seems it's coming from him.
Okay, I will investigate it.
You start rifling through corpses, and you find in his pocket a rock.
Nice rock. Can I? What kind of a rock is it? Is it a gemstone or a rock?
It looks like a rock. It's very innocuous,
Okay.
like a gray rock. Yeah.
Okay, I'll pocket it for the meantime because I can't really. Hold on. Actually, do I have it?
No, I think someone else does.
Yeah, I do not have it. I think someone's used Identify. Toby used Identify, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I identified all
Eventually,
the not cursed shit.
right. Eventually, Jasper will walk back over to you, Toby, and hey, I found this rock on the chief. It has something magical to it, though. Are you able to take a look at it?
I can try. I'll cast
Give you the rock.
Identify as a ritual.
So you take the time, sit there. Pop, it is a luckstone. It was this guy's lucky rock.
Oh, okay. It's just his lucky charm. It helps him. I don't know, do things better, I suppose. Hold on to it. Might be worth it.
Okay. Put it in my pocket for now. Lucky rocks. I like rocky rocks. Rocky rocks.
Rocks lucky, rocks lucky, rocks.
Cool. And then I will pretty much just follow Ty around, looking at how goblins live.
Yeah, you look around. They're not like living in squalor. It doesn't look like they were, you know, like savages or anything like that. They just were meager in means, essentially, living off the land with what they had. Most of their food came from hunting and fishing. A real Kai kind of lifestyle. And you don't steal anything while they're here.
Is there any identifiable features of an Etten that we could send back to prove that we have killed it?
I mean, there are 2 heads.
We fit them in the bag, though.
Probably one at a time. Maybe a tight fit.
Alright.
It's a
Casper's
2-day
gonna-
process, but I mean, you could think of something else, but that's what comes to my mind. That clearly this is Etten.
Like, they don't have, like, tusks or anything that...
They do have like a little bit of tusk, yeah.
Okay.
Long beards do
seems-
with like a lot of stuff, but
A head and 4 tusks. I don't know.
Head, shoulder, knees and tusks, knees and tucks. Tusks.
Yeah, Casimir will begin prying the 2 sets of tusks out.
okay. It's it doesn't have to be beautiful, so you could just take time and you'll get it eventually.
You just get a dagger out and kind of wedge it in, kind of.
Yeah. It gets all like scratched up, but you can definitely pull the tusk out with effort, especially in the time it's taking Ty to search around everything, and then Jasper to look through all these books enough to like kind of understand what's in them a little bit.
If she gets done quickly, she'll be, Toby, don't you have the, 2-way sending bag?
Yeah, it's on me.
Cool. Does anyone else want to send anything? We only get one of these a day, right?
No.
All good over here. Still working on skin in the wool.
Is it like you open it up once and you can put as much as you want? Or does it have to be like one object? I don't understand how the bag works.
I believe it's like as much as you can fit in the bag, and then once you close it, that's it. Everything in there has been sent off for the day.
That's correct.
That is very interesting, but I have a lot I need to send, and I would rather do it separately. Maybe a different day.
Okay.
We could send one head and say if you want, with a note that says if you want the other head, send us a note with our payment. Maybe.
I mean, I'm fine with just sending them the tusks. I'm just trying to think of something that can prove that we've actually killed an Etten. And for 2 sets of tusks, 2 heads, it's easier than trying to fucking cut off a head and put it in a bag.
That's
You can always just rip out the heart or take a finger. I mean, the size of the thing is not human-sized, so anything about it is kind of giant. And it'd be kind of weird if we went off, hunted a different monster, and then sent it. I mean, at that point, we might as well have just killed the Etten.
That's true.
Good point. I already have the tusks. And have you ripped a heart out of a monster before? Like, you said that very casually.
I've ripped out the heart out of many things, Casimir.
Cool.
It,
Cool.
it motivates people to see you on top of a dead body holding its heart.
Motivate? Okay. This time I'm gonna be the one who skims past that one. Yeah, so we're good with the tusks? Go
Yeah,
with what?
I didn't see why it would be an issue.
I don't really want to cut off a head, so it sounds good to me.
Cool. She'll hand the tusks over to Toby. Oh, should we write a note with it?
Okay. Just putting a paper in this group somewhere.
Yeah, oh yeah, I will write a note.
Mm.
Um, hey, wait. Hey, Rodian. Killed Etten. Tusks to prove. There are 4 total.
Mhm.
If you want more proof, we could send it tomorrow, but we figured you didn't want a head in your bag. We're gonna keep moving to Valoran, and if you any updates for us, you let us know. Signed, a big ornate signature, Jasper.
Casimir, did you want to add anything to that?
No. She just kind of asked the group if we should add a note. So
You put it in there. You close the bag.
Yeah, I'll send it through.
Cool. And it goes. You look inside again, and there's nothing in the bag.
Gone.
That's good.
Keep moving.
We all about finished in this area, or what are we thinking?
hi, how you doing? Guess we'll yell out.
Who?
Hi. Did he
Dead.
die?
Play.
Oh, you said Kai. I thought you were saying Ty.
I thought you said Ty as well.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
So I was just like waiting for Ty to speak. Oops. Okay. You so sorry. Were you asking Kai?
I just she just yelled out like, Kai, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. So it was tough, I've never had to fight anything like that before, and I couldn't have done it without everyone's help, obviously. It felt like a metaphor almost. Like every time I got knocked up, and I had to keep getting back up again. It's like life. That wolf was life. I said it was my mortal enemy because I saw everything that's wrong with the world in that wolf, and each time it bit me, tried to tear me down. I realized like with enough support and people backing me up, like I can stand up against this kind of thing, I can stand up against a wolf. I can stand up against, the oppression by society.
Those are a
and I
little different.
I know,
would
but
love
it's
to live in-
steps.
I'd love to live in whatever world you're in.
It's about to be a very different world. That's all I can say to you, Stray.
Does we got one wolf down? Anyone want the other one? I mean, I was thinking of trying to turn I'm currently folding up the skin after like trying to get all the blood and cleaning it off, and like probably gonna try and turn this one into some kind of cloak, jacket.
Mm.
Should we like get the meat from this so we're not like wasting its life? Just for a coat, should we like take,
No, I don't think we need it. Besides, if we wanted to take the meat, then we shouldn't have skinned it that quick.
Do we bring any food?
Yeah, I brought a bunch of food. I've cooked for us for several nights.
Never
I mean, I
thought
know you
about
don't
that.
eat any of it because it's got meat, but I do actually make the food. Yeah. I'm just
That is
messing with
very considerate of you, Stray.
you. If I'm gonna make something. Might as well be something that everyone can eat. But anyway, we don't need the meat off this thing.
I don't know, it just feels like wrong not to take it,
You could always take its bones and make something out of it, like armor, or I don't know, some kind of tool.
I mean, okay, I don't even know where to begin doing something like that, but I could, take out a couple bones and, fiddle around with it. And you see he looks a little squeamish at the idea of like going through this like bloodied corpse and like taking bones from it. As confident as he seems, this is all very new to him.
Here. I can help you a little bit, okay? Jasper will. I have this right. I keep thinking I have it in. Yeah, I will prestidigitate the body clean to as much as I can. Try and kind of
Okay.
like assist in the process of being like, this is how you go through it, but you still have to do it type thing. I'll try and lessen the blow if
Okay.
I is interested in doing that.
Yeah, if you start cleaning up the blood, like a little of the blood returns to his face after that. It's like, oh, okay, that's okay. I was worried it was gonna like squirt me in the eye if I started,
Still good.
You could always catch the body on fire because bones burn at a higher temperature. They are very resilient, so a normal fire will not harm the bones, but it will melt away the meat and flesh.
That's very interesting that you know that, Ty, and I am gonna go that direction instead, I think. Does anyone here know how to start a fire?
Was the Eden sitting next to a giant fire, or was it not?
There
lit?
is a pit, yeah, it wasn't lit. They were eating their
Okay.
meat raw, but there is a fire pit there, yeah.
Not lit.
Fire pit over there.
Alright. Kind of takes one leg of the wolf.
I will pick
I
up.
will help him. Yeah, we will drag the dire.
Ugh. He doesn't see you're behind him. He's like, ah, yes, I am very strong.
I let it go.
Reality, oppression, I feel it bearing down on me. My shoulders are heavy, but I must proceed forward. You guys get the wolf to the fire pit. You magic it like on fire, someone?
Can prestidigitation start a fire?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I'll
so.
prest-
Cool. Kai runs around, gets like some little branches and stuff to make sure there's stuff for that to actually burn. Yeah, you guys have time if you're waiting for this whole body to burn, so you can all just like sit down, chill for a second.
What time of day is it at this point?
It's like midday. Let's call it 4.
Okay. 4:38 and 48 seconds.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Yep.
that's so
Um,
4:38.
Okay. Well, I mean, the sun will go down in, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 hours. Would we rather stay in a camp that's already got, I mean, some shelter, or do we want to kind of leave?
I think it would be fine.
Yes, it would be wasteful for us to leave this behind.
We should bring the horses back though. We shouldn't leave them out by themselves.
That's true. That's a good idea. As Jasper's kind of talking about this, he's gonna quickly take a look around the camp. There's only one Etten that lived here, right?
As far as you're aware, there was only one Etten, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep, as far as you're aware. And you only heard
Yeah.
from frickin' Fudge about one creature, so.
Okay. Didn't hear
Then
about the
we'll-
wolf. Why, so-
Did not hear about the wolves.
Yeah.
But you can probably gather that the wolves lived here originally.
Oh. Okay.
Is there a couple dead ones as well?
Yeah.
Looks like they got splatted, heads crushed, other wolfy bits in the dirt, the snow.
And they just drew some short straws.
Yeah, it looks like maybe like seeing 2 go down, the other wolves were like, "Whoa,
Hmm.
I'm good. You're the alpha now, man. What
Yep.
you need?"
Cool.
Stray will dip away from the camp for a minute and just bring the horses back in.
Cool. Yeah, it's easy
Tie them
enough.
down to maybe one of these barricades.
All right, yeah, it's a good spot. It's kind of like I don't even know what they're called. Where you like tie your horse to in a
Hitch?
Western movie, a hitch. There you go. I played enough Red Dead. I should know the answer to that, but also I guess I usually didn't tie my horse. I just jumped off while it was like going full throttle and like tumbled and rolled and ran and then shot my gun. But you know that's off topic.
That's Red Dead.
There you go.
Okay. Unless anyone else is really doing anything, I think Jasper's gonna just run through all of the other like tents and abodes, see if there's any interesting items or stuff that might be of value or just stick out pretty much.
Yeah, the tent that you would see the most interesting things in would be on the chief's tent. There'd be like little statues and baubles and things like that, like collection of nice things to kind of show his wealth, more or
Mhm.
less.
Right.
There are a few weapons here and there. If you look up on the towers, there are bows and like arrows. If anyone
Mhm.
wanted to grab one, they seem like they're decent enough crafted. There's a spear kind of on the log near the Etten. A couple other little like swords, kind of like crudely made, kind of from bones. Most of them actually tie. They look like they were crafted from bones, as you suggested. Um, yeah, but nothing. This was not a place of means or. So the
Mm.
most interesting would be like those baubles, essentially, like little like statues, and some of them might be actually worth some money.
Sure. So I think Jasper will kind of start gathering up all this interesting stuff and bring it back to the campfire to see if anyone wants anything while Stray's off getting horses and such.
Okay. Anyone want any little baubles or little figurines, little trinkets?
I will put anything that we don't want into the bag of holding or the haversack.
Handy haversack, yeah.
So just let me know what I should add in there and I can do that. You can DM me or whatever.
Yeah, you could just put it for right now as like goblin baubles.
Goblin baubles.
Mm-hmm.
Gobble baubles.
Gobble bubbles.
Gobble bubbles.
Gobble bubble max.
Bobo.
Gobble bobble. And then how many bows, how many arrows, that sort of thing.
Oh, if you want to take all that, there's
Oh yeah, I'm talking all that.
okay. There's at least like 2 nice bows, like higher quality. Look like they were given to the best archers here. A lot
They're
of
goblin
arrows.
bows. They're goblin bows, so I assume they're very small.
They're smaller than they're yeah. What would be a long bow for them is a short bow for anyone of a larger stature, essentially.
Okay.
So if you're just going like stat wise, so they're like short bows. There are arrows also like bone tipped. Maybe not the highest quality, but they'll get the job done, kind of thing. Mounted are 2 giant crossbows on those towers as well, which you can maybe try to pull out.
I don't think Jasper has any interest in that unless someone else does.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say 40 arrows.
More than that. Double that.
60?
We'll call it 80.
80. 80.
Yeah.
Arrows. Bone tipped, you said?
Bone tipped, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
You also notice there's some stores by one of the towers. There's like some barrels. It looks like they have like winter food stored in there. Salted fish, cured meats.
I'll take that too, because that could be good for the travel.
Mm.
I'll show it to Stray too. Be like, is this good? Is this gonna keep good or?
Does it seem like it'll keep?
Not forever, but it's
Well, yeah.
made to last through the winter. Though it is being kept in a cold environment as well,
Yeah.
generally.
Yeah, we should try to take some of this with us. This will last us on the road.
Would I
Probably use some of this for dinner tonight. Oh,
Well, no. Ah, well, that kind of sounds good. I haven't had salted fish in a good amount of time. It seems like they took their time preparing it, so.
yeah. It seems like we can't take all of it. I don't figure we can. Clay.
It's
They
a
have
decent bit. It's like full barrels, like yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah. We can't take all of it. I can use some to make a stock and do something else with the rest. Not the rest. but
Okay.
the rest I'm using tonight. Yeah, this is great.
Awesome. In one of the side pockets that it's its own
Mhm.
space, I will put maybe 10 days worth of food if I could fit
Okay.
that.
yeah, and it would probably last 10 days as well. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember
Does
how
the-
much goes into a side pocket. I think it's a pretty decent bit.
Yeah. Would the handy haversack being an extra dimensional space prolong it?
It would actually
So
probably be
technically-
shorter, I would think, because it's not like temperature controlled. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
totally.
nothingness. So
It was also the lack of oxygen.
yeah,
that I was thinking of,
that's
so.
very true as well. So yeah, you know.
We could talk about it later.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. The cold keeps it from going too fast, but yeah, not oxygenizing, nating, one of those. You're right, that would actually have some effect on it as well.
Okay, I'd just say 10 days worth of salted foods. That's all.
There you go. You can put some snow in there too if you're worried, and put it.
I like it.
Maybe it'll stay cool there.
Cool.
All right, yep. You got some food, enough for tonight as well for everyone other than Ty, who doesn't eat meat. Seems like they have a very heavy meat-based diet.
Could I take are the tents made out of skin?
Yeah, they're like hide. They're all kind of like burnt out a little bit.
Okay. Could I just is there any paper anywhere in this camp, or is there just
In this camp, the only paper would be from your paper-wielding compatriots.
Yeah.
Are you talking out loud about paper?
No, Ty is looking around like,
Okay.
no, she'll just like take a chunk out of some of the tent and then use charcoal to draw a map marking the X under the tree where she buried the chest.
That's cool. Yeah, it's easily enough done. We've already established too that those like burnt pieces of wood actually draw pretty well on the tent. So you just find one of those on the ground and you can draw your map, no problem.
Yes. And then she'll write a note, like, for when you're older, or something like that.
Mm.
Yes, perfect.
Hopefully they've learned to read by then.
Yeah, well, they could always have someone else read it for them.
That's true.
Unless they don't recognize that it's letters.
Yeah, I don't know what these weird pictures are, but they don't look very good.
Yes. That's all Ty will do.
So you guys are gonna camp out here. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Anyone doing anything as the night approaches? You guys get your food ready, the fire going, all your camp setup stuff.
I will-
attempt- Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go for it, Stray. No, please.
No,
I've been talking.
I'll. At some point when we're all, eating, having dinner, I will wait for an opportunity when Kai is not immediately present. Maybe when he goes to take a leak or something.
Yeah, he's gotta go pick a piss.
Um,
Yeah.
So, thinking about this a little bit, as far as if seems like this is a continuing thing. We're going to be traveling together for a little bit. I didn't want to throw it out there. It's not a real issue, I don't think, but I probably should let everyone know that I potentially have a bit of a bounty on my head. Just wanted to get that out there before we got too far out on the road and made it to our destination.
Well, how much?
I don't know. I don't know the price, just know that people keep coming. Though it's been a pretty long time since I've seen anyone looking for it. So it might not. That's why I said possibly. I don't know if it's up anymore. It's been good 3-4 months.
Better question, what did you do?
Gessimer looks like excited.
It's not really it's not what I did. It's more of a different put this without it's part of a group. People didn't always do the most lawful things. Group's not around anymore, but some of the people are. And there are other people out there who don't like that.
Did someone in the group put the bounty on you, or someone outside of it?
I'd assume outside. But that's in case it comes up. I don't want anyone else to get roped into it without knowing beforehand.
If people do show up looking for you, how would you like us to handle that situation?
Depends on how it goes. If it's something like what happened a while ago, where we get jumped in the middle of the night, fight first, ask questions later. But if it, I'm not trying to draw more attention to myself if possible. And like I said, it may not even be up anymore. It probably isn't that big of a bounty anyway. It's not. I don't. It's not like I have a full-scale manhunt or anything.
Take a quick moment to make sure Kai is not listening in to this conversation.
Oh, he's still, draining the vein.
Just making sure.
Damn,
Oh.
you fried chicken over there?
God, it smells like asparagus, and I don't know why.
Ben, you have been nothing but kind to this group, Stray. So, if anything comes up, I at least will be by your side, and if anyone tries to go against that in this group, then I can always fix that.
All right. Is everyone else fine with that?
I mean, you haven't wronged me. I have no reason to turn you in.
No, appreciate it. I don't think it's even that big of a deal where we're headed anyway. Just like I said, getting it out there.
Is anyone else on the run or have some kind of bounty on their head that we should probably be aware about?
Well, a king did want my head at some point.
Oh, is that so?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
It's
Okay, I was like, what? I was having to think, like, what did he do to piss off a king? I was so curious.
Go ahead, roll your insight.
I believe there's only one king, by the way, in the whole continent, which would be Halfdan Trulance of Country.
5.
5.
Maybe a king did want his head at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of on the run.
Oh yeah? From
Like a thieves guild or something. Nothing too major.
really? What they got a name? Might know it.
Fuck, do they have a name?
I don't remember off the top of my head, to be honest with you. I do have
Yeah.
your sheet here.
If
sure
they
they
did,
would, but-
I didn't know it.
You're not worried
you
about
do?
running from the sneaky stealing killers. Got it.
Yeah, well, dude, I've put so much distance between me and them, and that's kind of why I'm here. Keep putting distance. That's also why I brought Ty along, because she's fucking huge, and if they did try something, she would tear them in half.
I guess muscle does appreciate muscle. What did you ask, Kai? Or Ty?
Sorry, I got the shits right now. Don't worry about me. I'm on
Told you
the
not
run
to eat the
too.
wolf meat.
I've got the runs, I mean.
We told you not to eat those berries earlier.
I just wanted one bite of the wolf meat. I felt bad.
Sorry, what did you do for them to be after you?
Oh wow. Mentioned a few times now. I served in the military. I was a combat medic. So once I got back home, my family isn't the most well off. So I thought to make some money on the side to help out, I'd do some back alley medical procedures just to help people out. It was like a no questions asked. Come in, I'll fix what you got. One day, a group came in. And now I don't know what they had been doing previously. Like I said, I barely even remember their names, but one of them, I assume their top dog, their leader, had a crossbow bolt sticking out of his neck. He was basically dead on arrival. As soon as they got him on the table, I knew there wasn't anything I could do. So for a few minutes, I feigned like I was trying to help. But, I was actually figuring out how the fuck I was going to get out of there without pissing them off. I pissed them off. So, been running away from those lunatics ever since.
I feel like that's kind of on them.
Yeah, well, they didn't seem like the most understanding type.
Oh, didn't figure so, but
Yeah.
makes sense.
So, a bounty, running from hooligans. King wanted my head. What about the other two?
Yes, Toby, are you on the run from anything?
Any long lost lovers looking to get back at you for something?
I wish, nothing that exciting. I literally am just a traveler, looking to find inspiration for a peace that'll make me wealthy. Nothing as lavish or extravagant as your kings wanting you dead or a thieves guild hunting you down. No, I'm just traveling.
That is
aren't we
very
lucky?
fun for you, I guess. Have you learned anything while out here in the wilderness?
I've learned how sheltered of a life I've lived up until this year of travel. I've learned that people aren't always looking out for your best interests. Hell, I've learned that even sometimes I don't even look out for my own self-interest. It's been rough, but still here. That's what matters.
I think that the nomadic life strips away the things about you that are not real and leaves you to your bare, naked core and forces you to look yourself in the eye. It is an awakening experience for many.
I mean, it is.
I just miss having a bed.
That's what I'm talking about. Kai comes and sits down.
Yeah. I miss bed. Miss home. Miss the family. Yeah. That makes it this much harder, but I guess, yeah, my own bed is something I miss as well. It's the simple things. I mean,
Right?
Yeah. What about you, Ty?
If I am, what, on the run or hiding from something?
Yeah.
No.
Insight check.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that as well.
We know the drill. Ty, send me the roll.
Oh, we got her. We got her,
Another
Jasper.
good strong.
Caught red-handed.
I was like, oh, that's an interesting dice roll.
That's
Question marks.
You sent me insight, Ty.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
It would be plus one more.
Okay. So do with that as you will.
Ah, you fucking bastards. I mean, did you really even need the roll? She's clearly.
Mhm.
Is there any show of concern on her face when we ask her this question? Like, does it seem like there's a serious issue she's dodging?
A little bit.
Just kind of look at Jasper. So, no bounty. Did you? What? You burn a village down?
No,
Holy
that
shit!
does
Did you burn a
not.
village down?
I didn't. I did not. That
You
was
burn a
not me.
village? Oh, oh.
That was not me.
Okay, you were thinking about it, so I just had to check.
Did you assist in a burning of a village?
Maybe a few times in my life, but that is besides the point. It is more so that I'm trying to think how to word this. I was part of a group of people who had particular motivations, and I found myself in a situation where I was reconsidering if I agreed with those motivations, if I wanted to pursue that, and made the choice to just leave, to experience life from my own angle. It is more that I did not ask if I could leave, but I am my own person, and I don't know. They can try and stop me, I guess. If they have a problem, they can find me.
Well, I guess I'll ask you the same question then. Let's say some of these folks find us. How do you want us to handle it?
That's a great question. Do not know. They will most likely be peaceful. I don't think that they would ever try to raise a hand against me. That would be blasphemous if they did, so... I don't think that you would have any concern, but... I guess more at that moment I need to ask myself if I want to continue these travels, or if I want to go back to doing what I was made to do.
Burning villages?
And this is not all we did.
Wait, made? Or taught?
Designed, I guess? Raised?
Oh, okay. Thanks for not burning down Eshwa.
Yes. I wanted to maybe inform my people about Eshwa to pick up the goblins, but it is your home, so I think that maybe I should just keep it out of their head.
Noted.
That town will probably burn itself down anyway. Only a matter of time before someone knocks over an ashtray. I thought it was funny. Anyway, how's the food?
It's good.
Way better than that piece of wolf, I gotta say. Oh, I'll be regretting that tonight.
And probably tomorrow.
God. You know, this is, you learn about survival one step at a time. What to eat, what not to eat.
Leaves Eshwa for like 2 days. Immediately, like, dies of severe food poisoning.
Is anyone gonna take that tent behind me?
You think it's all yours?
Kind of done eating. I'm gonna go read for a bit, work on some writing, I think.
Okay.
I'll see you all in the morning.
Starting on one of those books. Sorry.
Yeah. Starting on one of them. Hopefully inspiration strikes, and then I can write some on my own. But yeah, come get me if y'all need anything. I'll be up for a while. Yeah. And he's gonna get up, and I'm gonna go into the tent.
So what does Toby actually do when he gets to the tent?
He's gonna have a cycle of love open.
Okay.
And then he's gonna like lay out his writing things on the floor. Put like a cloth down so it doesn't get dirty or anything. Put down a cycle of love. Put down the letter. Put down the pendant. and then put down his own parchment, and then just sort of flick through each of the 3 and write as he goes. That's all.
So just a little synopsis of A Cycle of Love as you're kind of like paging through it. This is actually a very blasphemous religious romance text. It's written by Delafon, and it's about Malor and Versatrix in like a romantic entanglement. At times it is very explicit, and you get the feeling that it is probably not well received, especially in Samara, that have this book. On the back, you know where like reviews of books go. I was like, what a great read. This one says needlessly explicit, like it's advertising that it's happy about that review. And then I've never seen such disrespect towards the divine.
Interesting.
It's like God fan fiction.
It's God fan fiction, exactly.
LOL.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, fan fiction is the best word because it's just like pure smut, essentially. It's not literaturely profound. It's shock factor, this book, more than anything else.
That doesn't really help Toby currently, so he's just gonna write vague poetry that can be interpreted English teacher style into anything.
Okay.
Just for fun, yeah.
Why was the door blue? It must have meant that she was sad. Otherwise, she wouldn't have closed it behind her. I think this really, reflects on her mental. This is that going through
Pretty
Toby's
much.
head? Is he?
Just
Yeah.
a
Okay.
quick cash grab. Next, he's going to Valoran, so he could just sell like a book of poetry real quick. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's me
Um.
done.
Anyone else? Everyone heads off to some tents respectively, or anything else for the night?
Oh, go ahead, Jasper.
Just pretty much Jasper's gonna fall asleep next to the campfire, and will play and focus on the Luckstone to attune to it.
Okay. Yeah, it just feels like you feel a little luckier. It's a nice little lucky rock.
Love it.
Anyone else? Stay out, go in tents, keep watch. What are we doing?
Ty would pull Casimir aside because fucking next to the goddamn fire. Just for like a little private moment.
Enjoy your private moment.
Casimir.
So what's up?
Is it really okay for me not to tell everyone?
Honestly, when I first met these dudes, I was a bit worried about you telling them. But honestly, it kind of seems like they kind of all have their own shit going on, too much to really dig too deep into ours. I mean, you could. I just think. Listen, Ty, it's bad.
Is it?
Kinda. I'm gonna be honest, I probably wouldn't have helped you out if I knew why you were hurt to begin with. You just kinda got lucky.
That is not a very nice thing to say.
I'm glad I did. You're great. And we're like, yeah, and then she'll like playfully like punch you on the shoulder. Whack! No, listen. Okay, ignore that last part.
Thank you, Jasper. Very cool.
Hey. You told me. I understood. My opinions about you didn't change. And who knows, we've known these guys for a while now. Maybe you've won them over with your charm.
Well, I mean, I am pretty charming. And Kai seems to be responding to me in the right way.
The right way?
You know, he sees me for what I am.
The big cat lady?
No, I am, you know, chosen.
And you like that he does that?
I mean, it feels nice to be recognized.
Um, I thought we were doing new tie. We're getting dangerously close to old tie.
Well, should I lower myself?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, onto the level of common folk.
Lower yourself. Like to owl level?
Well, I mean, you guys are, you know, different than me.
Yeah, we're not big cat ladies.
Yeah, and I don't know, unless someone is destined for something great. I do not mean to be offensive with my words.
Listen, you can tell them if you'd like.
Well, I would like to be truthful about the things that are going on. I am not a liar. I try to be very forthright and honest and kind because it is the right thing to do.
Yes, that.
However,
Keep doing that.
I don't want to scare anyone or create unnecessary strife.
Maybe give it a bit more time.
Do you think?
Yeah. Especially
Hmm.
because I hope soon that you could make up your mind about what you really want. If you want to go back, if you want to lower yourself down to the rest of us.
Alright, that sounds a bit mean, I guess, but you know what I mean, Casimir.
I do. I'm worried that you don't know what you mean.
Well, it has been nice talking to you. I will think over what you said.
Okay.
Ty will step back to the fire and sit down.
Casimir will probably continue out to one of the tents and bed down.
Kai sits next to you. Ty. Yeah, you seem a little tense. Everything good?
Yes, there are many things on my mind that I need to think over.
I feel the same way. My whole world perspective has been upended, shifted, enlightened in just the past 3 days. That's a lot to take in. I've never felt so both free and shackled at the same time.
Yes.
You and
Crazy.
Toby should work on poetry together. Sorry.
That's a good one, actually.
Well, I don't know, Ty. Maybe there's something to that whole blooming thing you talked about. I'm just impressed the guy got up.
Hey, I'm going to try to keep getting up over and over again. And I appreciate all of you having my back to do so.
Well, I'll
Eventually,
let you
be
know.
strong enough to stand on my own.
As long as I'm around, I'll keep you up.
You're a good one. Anyway, yeah, my stomach hurts like fucking crazy, so I'm gonna head off and try to get some sleep.
Can I? Nope, I can't. I have no more healing spells. I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on him just so that he doesn't die poisoned
Just
in
in
the
Spare
night.
his colon.
Just in case. As he's walking away, just like, oh, by the way, boop. Hope you have a good night. Sleep well. Spare the dying.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be a okay night as long as this shit passes through my body. Anyway, I gotta
I don't want
get myself.
to be rude. Can you like sleep in the far one? It's like, damn.
Yeah, that's fine. That's basically where I was earlier when I
Alright.
was letting it all out anyway. So we'll call that
Thanks.
my area. No one else needs to go over there. I'll tell you right now, you don't want to go over there. It already smelled like dead fish over here, so I figured this was the best spot. And I realized how wrong I was and how the two just compounded with one another. Please just avoid this side of the camp.
Not already on it.
Good night to
Consider
you.
it avoided. Good night.
Where does everyone eventually end up sleeping? I know Toby's in a tent, Casimir went to a tent, Ty's in like the fish tent. Not Ty, Kai. Oh, fucking damn it. Kai is in the fish tent.
There will probably end up.
Like Jasper's by the fire, right? Stray.
Guess with the fire. Stray will also probably end up by the fire.
Okay.
I was gonna end up by the fire too.
You guys can all chill there together.
You see
Checking a
Jasper
hazard.
searching through his haversack. Man, we should have gotten some blankets, you know?
Well, I had an idea. It's kind of a little wrong, but and I look over at the other wolf that we left alone. I'm just gonna.
There are also full
Good.
wolf pelts like already like in the wolf pelt tent, like just
Oh,
fully
okay, yeah. Let's use that.
Nah.
I was
prepared
gonna use
made
that
wolf
thing as like a
pelts.
giant. I was gonna use that as like a giant pillow, but no. Man.
Oh, there you
Well,
go.
if there's pelts already, then yeah. Let's
There's
use that.
like blatantly pelts already in the tent, yeah, that you could use as blankets.
I was gonna say Stray likes the wolf pelts wet when he uses them as blankets, so.
Smell the wet dog smell.
Yum. Cool, yeah. Jasper's gonna... You see him kind of put up, like, where the log is, he kind of drapes his, like, a big old blanket that he does have over him, so that it completely covers, and all you can really see are his two little feet just poking out
Poking out
with the
the end.
shoe, with the soles. No soles, just his little toes. He kind of gives, like, a grunt, and then he's quiet for the rest of the night.
Or Stray ends up falling asleep. If anyone is awake enough to pay attention, I'll leave it up to you if you're not. As he's getting comfortable, he'll reach into his bag and not keeping it secret really this time. Pulls out, looks like a small, like almost like a black coin. Kind of looks at it for a minute, kisses it, puts it away, and goes to sleep.
Do you have it in a space where if Jasper's just kind of like laying there and he can kind of see out, could he see any insignias on it, or you just see the action?
He probably doesn't keep it out long enough for you to see the insignia.
Right, okay. Jasper might take brief note of it.
I think that leaves Ty, right? Ty, you just kind of doze off at a point.
Yeah, she'll just lay by the fire, look up at the sky, thinking things over, and just go to sleep.
Awesome. All right. I want Toby and Casimir to roll me initiative real quick.
You're on the other side.
What?
The tent's
This is
collapsing
just to
when you're asleep.
see who goes first here?
Oh,
I can't roll initiative.
Yeah, it's not letting me roll.
Oh, it's so annoying. Okay, hold on.
Well,
Is it this one?
don't you know
Just
what the
roll a d20.
modifier is? Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it should work now anyway.
Ooh.
Toby. Okay. So, Toby, as you're in there in that tent, and you're writing, for a few hours, and you eventually, your day is done. There's a lot on your mind. You're trying to focus. As you lay there in those final moments before sleep takes you, what is Toby thinking about?
Same thing he always thinks about when he goes to sleep. Rotation of his family at home. The change bringer, the fickle one, I should say. Sorry.
Either way.
And just wondering how much longer he has to be on the road till his goals are achieved.
And eventually, Toby, you do fall into sleep. And you start to have a little bit of a dream.
A little bit. Not a full
And
dream. just
Not a
little
full dream. You're it's like you open your eyes and you see yourself in a very familiar place. Not this camp. You're in a little shop back from your hometown. And sitting across from you is a young woman with a freckled face, kind of ruddy brown hair. And she's kind of smiling at you. And it looks like you're in the middle, of drinking your drink. It's like you've been here for a little while. And she asks you, "What's your dream, Toby?"
You know the stories I tell you and all the little ones running around?
Hmm.
What if the whole world could hear him?
I mean, I'm sure that'd be good. It'll make me smile. Make the kids smile. Everyone could stand to smile a little bit more.
But what if sometimes they just need to cry? They need to feel the downsides of life, but in a place where they're meant to feel that way.
I never really thought of that before, and this is, kind of your domain. No, I think you're right, though. Sometimes, the world is harsh, and we all have to act tough. We can't, let it out, the things that are bothering us, and, maybe sitting down and hearing a story and, being safe to do that might be nice.
That's my dream. Be able to
That's a good dream.
tell the stories to people and let them know that it's okay to feel the way you feel. And if you learn something from it, great. If you don't, then the story's a story.
You've got a good heart, Toby. Don't ever change. And as she says the word change, the dream kind of goes away. And then you find yourself in a different position. And you see an older human man. He's very handsome, tall, kind of graying hair at the sides. You recognize him. He looks similar to you.
Okay.
Bias. Have you made a name for yourself yet?
No, not yet. I'm working on it.
Always the same thing from you. Never changes.
I'm trying.
You need to give up on your silly dreams and pick something practical.
But I haven't given it a full crack yet.
No, I know that. You're out here to make a name for yourself, right? Meanwhile, other day, you pull up the ring of our family and you use it to help you. You're not making your own way. You're still relying on me and everything I built. You'll never change. And then again, the scene shifts. And you see yourself sitting at a desk in a familiar location where you spent a lot of the daytimes in your youth. Oh, my note messed up a little bit. The person standing in front of you looks elven. They have one shaved off eyebrow, and the other side of their head is shaved. Their appearance looks absolutely wild, and they're speaking to you in a language that you simply cannot understand, but for some reason, the words make sense to you in this moment. Tobert! Are you doing well out there?
I'm okay. Getting by?
Yeah. I saw you left the Institute. Big change. That's good on you, getting out there and doing it.
Yeah. You know, we always talked about it when we were studying.
No, that's good on you. Are you still working on yourself? You know, making sure to keep fresh, always improve, always keep your mind open.
Always have to. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
Always get better.
that's what he wants, right? He wants us to keep fresh. Keep things changing and moving forward and going. And you've got the right stuff. It's in your blood. You know that. Tobert.
I'm sorry. Your name is eluding me at this point.
This is Luna.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, I have to try, One step closer every day, hopefully.
That's right. Just one step at a time. One step at a time. You gotta keep changing and keep moving. And then as she says that, or they say that, the scene shifts again. And you see a grizzled old man. And it's kind of like raining in the background. And you vaguely recognize him. He's not someone important to you, but you recognize the venue you're in, a playhouse. And you kind of are looking up there, or probably looking down on him. You're an adult. He's kind of stocky build, but he has the air of authority in this situation. You think I'll be paying you? I lost money on this disaster. I've heard about you failing up and down all of Samara. I'll make sure you never work in this country again.
But no, listen, they just didn't understand the point. If you give me another week of shows, I'm sure there'll be someone that gets or understands the idea of this story.
Listen, you're not cut out for this, okay? You're not absolutely just not cut out for this. Give it up. That or change. Change something about what you're doing.
I'm sorry.
It's not working. And then you see it again. And then it's you and Jasper sitting in the Goblin. And then you hear Jasper, so do you write anything besides these love stories between an elf and a tabaxi? And you answer reflectively, sometimes it's a dwarf or a human or a dragonborn and a drow. And then Jasper replies something that he didn't say, in the real conversation. Isn't that basically the same thing over and over?
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
And then it cuts. And you see kind of like a montage of yourself, looking at yourself from above. And it's you reading the letter. And then another instance of you reading the letter. And then you reading the letter. And you reading the letter. And then you with your pendant twirling it. And then a different instance of you twirling the pendant. And these two actions over and over and over and over. And so many times, never doing anything else other than that. You see the moment again with Jasper where he handed you a book and you put the letter in the book to read the letter instead of the other literature. And then it cuts again, and you see again yourself from the outside, and Ty and Stray helping teach Kai and Jasper how to fight and how to throw a punch. And they invite you over. And you feel so distant from them in that moment. And you just don't join them. Kai speaks to you. You'll never change if you don't try.
I know. I've been hearing that a lot lately.
And then everything goes dark. And again, you still see yourself from an aerial view. And you're kind of trying to run along a path, but it's clear that your legs just won't go forward. And occasionally you'll stumble forward and crawl a little bit, and you go to stand up again. And then you're stuck, and you can't go anywhere else. And then you hear a voice. It sounds similar to your own, perhaps a little bit older. And then ask, what do you want?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
And that's fine. But make a change. Especially if you're one of mine. And then dream ends. You find yourself in deep slumber. Casimir.
Jeez, please.
This should have been done last session, but I was sick and forgot to do so. Anyway, as you are laying down in the tent that night, your conversation with Ty kind of, resting on your mind a little bit, but your body is exhausted, so exhausted. Maybe more than it's been years since you felt this way, and you can't help but to doze off. And then your eyes open again. And you're stuck in this like stifling space. And you're laying down. And the air is thin. Maybe there is no air. And you reach around. And you feel something kind of all around you. What would you do?
Does it feel like she's confined in like a box or like a space?
And as you touch around, you come to the realization that you don't have like a sense of touch. It's not like the sensation of you hitting something and then you feeling that through like your nerves or whatever. It's just that you're stopped. Like you're in a box of some sort. Laying down.
Can she see?
It is pretty much pitch black dark, but you have dark vision as an elf, so you can kind of see your own hands and then like a wood case of some sort around you. And as you see your own hand, it looks decrepit, decayed.
Ty? Stray? Fucking Jasper? Fuck it, I'll take Toby! And she'll just start banging on banging on anything.
Yeah, and you start banging on like the wood around you, and you're using like more of your strength than you normally would. And you don't seem fazed by it. Like you have no sense for your own well-being in this moment. It's just trying to escape, and you hear the crunching of your own bones against this wood as it starts to shatter along with you. And eventually you kind of have a hand that reaches out, and moonlight, green tinge comes in through the box that you're in.
When she breaks through the box, is it like immediately moonlight, or is there like dirt? Is there anything?
Yeah, it would be like dirt a little bit, kind of like falling down, and then like a little trickle of light that comes through.
Yeah, if she's
Probably the
made a
opposite.
hole, she's gonna keep trying to tear it big enough
Yeah.
so that she can fit through.
And you're going at this, and you feel like you should be tired or your lungs should be giving out, but you don't feel that. You feel nothing other than the desire to get out of this box. And eventually you climb out and you claw and scrape. Your hands are mangled and you're missing several fingers, and your arm is like crooked from like the force it's taken to pry yourself out of here, but it doesn't bother you at all. And you finally get out and you see all around you hordes of people like you, creatures clawing their way free. And the moon itself, a sickly green color.
She'll reach atop her head. Does she still have the crown?
She does have the crown, yes. And the pendant as well.
She'll look around. Was she the first to emerge?
It looks like there were a few before, some still coming out. It's like an entire, not even a graveyard. It's like a flat field almost, where like hordes and hordes and hordes are clawing their way free. And you hear whispering into your ear.
Could you repeat that one more time?
Release me.
She'll start looking around. Does she see anything else? Anything else? Anyone
Uh,
else?
The pendant around your neck has started to glow that same sickly green color from the eye sockets of the skull. The same shade as the specters you saw down in the crypt.
Can she? Here's a big question: not can she? Does she want to remove them? Like, does she have the free will? Like, because if she can, she would want to snap the pendant off and
Yeah,
take
this
the
is-
crown and throw them as far away as she can.
You do so. You take the pendant off, and you toss it. And you take the crown off, and you toss it. And then, in a similar way, like the scene kind of shifts a little. And it's you standing over the book that you saw with your name written in blood. And you're wearing the stuff again.
She try to rip the page out of the book.
It doesn't move at all.
She's just gonna keep doing it, and if it doesn't work, she'll just break down in tears, still trying
Yeah.
to rip out the book, taking off the crown and pinned it as many
Yeah.
times as she has to, still going at the book.
And then over and over, you're trying to tear the page. You take the crown off, the pendant off, and then you find it back there again instantly as soon as you got a feel for it again. And you hear that whisper in your head one more time. I can provide you more than you ever thought possible. Be what I need you to be. And you wake up.
Sick. What time is it now that she's woken up?
Probably like 3 a.m.
She'll stick her head out. Is everyone else asleep? We weren't taking watches, right?
No one said they took watch. The 3 people like stayed outside, so you're the only one in this tent that you're in.
She'll probably take a blanket or one of the pelts, whatever she was using. She'll drag it outside and then kind of lie down next to Ty. And then try to get back to sleep.
And as you do so, right before your eyes, close again, you see your own pendant, the eyes green, glow for a moment. And you hear the voice in your head while you're awake. In time.
She'll smile, but like that smile that's kind of like dead behind the eyes.
Mhm.
Like, mouth says happy, everything else is screaming absolutely
No,
not.
thank you. Yeah. And then suddenly, in the distance, oh shit, my stomach, fuck. And that ends our tense moment.
Perfect.
Back. And the morning greets you all. What do we do?
I'll start browsing if he's up before anyone else. I'll just kind of gently like nudge whoever's next to the campfire. Like, hey, it's morning. Morning.
Morning. Sleep well?
Yeah, that was decent. Wolf belts are actually pretty comfy.
Ooh. Well, if you want me to carry any for the future, I've still got plenty of room in here.
Oh, I got my own. And I point to like the big folded up dire wolf pelt. Are these question, Clay? So are these the ones that were already cured and like ready to be made into something? Were those
Yeah.
regular wolf pelts or dire wolf pelts?
Dire wolf pelts, they're all very large.
Oh, okay.
It looks like maybe they raised direwolves.
Interesting. Now I think about it, when we get into the city, we could probably sell those for a pretty decent amount.
That's why I've been taking all the weapons. That's what I was thinking. Small business, entrepreneurship, we could do it.
Oh, yeah, maybe not that falls me and like go stop by a market, drop
Wolf
them off.
pelts, weapons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff. Baubles. You see,
Hey, yo.
You see as Jasper sits up, he kind of like is like sort of massaging his right shoulder, and then he picks himself up and starts rolling up his blanket.
I know you, Ty, and Kai were doing like training, sparring, whatever, the other day. We keeping that going? I could help.
I mean, I don't know about everyone else. I need as much help as I can get. So, if you're willing to throw a few tips my way, I could try and teach you something.
I mean, probably couldn't learn much magic from you, but so I think I know how to fight and throw punches pretty good. Just not sure how to. What? I say something wrong?
You know, I can teach you
No.
other things besides magic.
Oh, I know. I thought we were talking like the context of like sparring. No, I'm happy to learn whatever.
You know how to spell, right?
Yes.
See?
I know how to spell.
You've already got a big jump on most people.
Right enough. How you doing over there, Kai? Shout over to. I'm not going over there. I just shout.
He like crawls out of the tent, like, ugh,
Ugh.
I'm all right. Oh my god.
Oh, I was gonna ask if you wanted to try that keep getting up thing this morning, but I'll wait till your stomach's not turning
Like-
against you.
You're right. Like I can't let something like this hold me back.
No,
Like,
that's
I
right.
can't
That's
let
good
my
energy.
I can't let my own legs stop me from moving forward, and I can't let my stomach stop me from
Hi,
starting
you want to
today.
pick me up this morning?
Yeah, what do you got? And he's like getting to his feet.
I'll come over. First off, just take a look at him. I mean, I know he was in a really intense battle yesterday and received some magical hearing.
Mm.
How's he looking though?
He, in terms of like physicalness, he's got like some tears in his clothing, some lingering scars. Look like the wound is mostly healed, but like magical healing didn't get it all done because he was getting chomped over and over and over and over.
Right.
So it's like accelerated healing. He's still got some wounds you can kind of see under there. His face looks pale as hell. Probably not to do with the battle, but the other battle that he's going through. But
I'll
yeah.
pass him a cure wounds just at first level, just to
Okay.
try and see if I can remedy anything, make him feel a little better in the morning. So,
All right. I'll say yeah. Pop a cure wounds in there. It settles his stomach.
4 minimum
4.
healing.
There
Love
you
it.
go.
Cool.
There's no huge wounds or anything gaping on him, so you know, getting that internal damage a little healed.
Okay.
Toby, after your dream that you had the night before, if there's one thing that Toby could change about himself, and this can be something mental, this could be a character sheet thing, what would it be?
Don't be as scared and be willing to assist more in realms outside his comfort areas.
And you feel then a confidence that fills you almost supernaturally so. You feel like you're ready to take on this day and new things and all that it provides. Like a mental block almost has been lifted from your head.
Okay. Alright. Pack up my stuff and step outside.
We'll see Toby.
Morning.
Morning.
Sleep okay? You seem a little tired.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah.
Ready to leave whenever, just say the word. And I'll start packing up our stuff and then heading towards the horses.
You got it. I'm ready to leave. Just say the word.
Oh
Be a
God,
smile.
it's across the realms.
Um,
know,
ooh. Ty will sit up and notice that Casimir is laying next to her. Did Casimir wake up when all this talking was happening?
Given the last events, she's probably still asleep.
Mm. Ty will kind of take like the back of her hand and like run her like nails down the side of Casimir's face to try and wake her up a bit.
Morning.
Good morning, Casimir. I thought that you were sleeping inside of the tent.
Oh, yeah, dude, Kai's was fucking going out both ends the whole night. The fucking smell was atrocious.
You could not control that.
Thought it was just easier if I came out here, further away from the smell.
I thought that you were mad at me.
Why would I be mad?
Because of what I said last night.
People say shitty things.
Alright.
No, I'm fine. I just hope, I don't know, maybe you had to think about things. I sure did.
Alright. Well, I hope that you slept well at least.
Oh, aside from the whole Kai thing, you're like a baby. Best sleep I've had in a long time. And you look at her, and the bags under her eyes are fucking atrocious.
Mm. You know, if you need better rest, there are teas you can drink. Perhaps something with lavender might help.
Yeah, tea.
Yes. Or yeah, I've seen that some people you do it with children. You put a little bit of alcohol on your finger and put it in their mouth, and that will also just knock you right out. That helps as well.
You're suggesting I drink myself to sleep?
You do not have to, get like wrecked on alcohol, but maybe a little drink if you are having a tough night. It is not that bad.
I think I'll start with the tea. For now.
Hmm.
Sit up and take the wolf pelt off.
we were also talking about maybe practicing something before we leave or on the road that might help wake you up too. Which, now that I think about it, I actually don't know. How did Gel do it on the road? I don't know.
How did we train?
Sparring. Yeah.
Spar.
I mean, I know how to fight. I don't know how to like train really. At least not with other people.
Mm.
It all starts with how you hold your fist straight. The thumb goes on the outside, not the inside. I learned that
Like
one.
I know how to. I know how to. Like I said, I know how to fight. Fine. It's just
Right.
the practice. But yeah, no. That.
Is it
I'll
sparring?
Go.
Guess everyone would just be like, isn't sparring just like fighting, but without killing each other? Like you stop just before you'd actually do it. That's how I did it.
Yes, I mean, that works. Sometimes you don't even need to really hurt the other. A small smack is enough of a lesson for a lot of people to not make the same mistake the first time.
Mm.
Just a lot of corrected movements. You know, it is one thing to know how to throw a punch, but you know, you feel someone who has thrown a million punches, right?
Sorry, was that a question? I didn't catch it.
You're
Fully.
not the
You're so-
person who has thrown 1,000 different punches, but you're the man who's thrown one punch 1,000 times or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I was getting.
I've thrown well over 1,000 punches. Yeah.
Yeah, and that
I
is why
spent,
some
like-
people are scared of you.
Oh, well, I mean, I've come across fine. That's how I spend most of. I'm actually a bit better with my fists than a sword. Or
Ah,
I prefer. That's why sometimes when I have the sword out, I still keep my arm up like this.
this is very interesting. I would love to spar with you sometime, Stray.
Sure, if we have some time. That was more so what I was asking about. Never trained with anyone else, so I don't really know how to go easy.
Mm. One of the first things I learned when I was younger is restraint, since I can be a bit animalistic in how I'm fighting. So I spent a lot of time fighting with other people.
Then I kind of learned the opposite. How to avoid restraint.
Interesting. Well, I think it would be good if all of us did some exercises in the morning, especially since we could be going against something dangerous later down on the path. So there was nothing wrong with lumbering up.
Sure. I'd definitely be interested in a little morning workout. Yeah.
Would you like to train with me, Jasper?
I think you could give me a good smack and knock me out, but sure.
You know, it could give you some practice fighting someone bigger than you.
That's true. Most people I fight are bigger than me.
I can teach you how to use someone's size against them.
Ooh, that could be really helpful.
And judo training.
I'm picturing like Ty throws a punch, Jasper just like grabs it and flips her.
No. Yes, just like that.
I was picturing Jasper kicking her in her fucking ankle.
Yeah. Got him. Yeah. I would say then if we do go through this training, I don't know if we want to RP through this.
We don't have to.
Kind of the one big gradual thing that you do notice, Ty, Jasper throws punches with his left hand only.
Mm. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Would Casper be able to, like, does it look like he's just left-handed and prefers that hand, or is like actively like just throwing jabs, like nothing else?
BM, do you want to do something, or you want me to?
You could take this. I mean, you're clearly using a hand, right? Just one
Yep.
hand to punch with. So I think that's.
To that statement, I would actually argue a perception check.
Can I too? Since
Mhm.
I'm
Actually, I think that might be more like insight into just like why
Insight?
you are doing what it is that you're doing while fighting.
The way the question was asked was from sight. Is it like, is he actively not using one hand, or is he just doing the same move over again?
I mean, I think
That's why I went there.
I think it's obvious that you're only using one hand for the most part.
Mhm.
So it's kind of the why is he doing that would be
Like it.
like suspect, yeah.
Sure.
could I do
You
with
too.
advantage since I'm fighting him, or is it just straight?
I'll let Noah decide that.
Sure, go ahead, do it with advantage.
A 14.
Three.
Fuck you, Casimir.
You can roll me, Jasper.
Yeah.
What exactly would it be? And I'll just let you decide. On a 14, what do you think type gleams? I'll leave it to your discretion.
I would say the one thing that you kind of get out of this is Jasper does not want to use his right arm. It's not the same move. It's literally just the right arm. Just he does not use it to throw punches.
How hard does Jasper hit with his left arm?
I have a 4 strength. So
Punches actually heal you.
yeah,
Jasper.
it actually probably hurts him more. So yeah.
Is there a reason why you do not use both arms? You are ineffective with just one.
Maybe we don't have to train today. Maybe there wasn't such a good. I think there's some things like what was that? Toby needs help with writing. You see immediately he's starting to like walk away at this point.
Oh, but
Ty
I
will
was gonna
grab
show.
Jasper by the back of the shirt and hold him in place.
Do not walk away when I am speaking to you.
Ooh.
Sorry, Ty.
You do not have to answer me honestly, but do not blow me off.
I'm crippled.
Yeah? Is that the only reason?
Everyone just kind of looks at you like, or I shouldn't say everyone, like, at least Kai kind of looks at you like, huh?
Have we seen Jasper use their right arm for anything?
Absolutely.
You've seen him. Yeah, you've seen him cast spells.
What do you mean? What do you mean
Okay.
crippled?
Yeah. Doesn't work as well as it should.
Well, I mean, if you cannot use it, are you not able to feint an attack with it, or does it bring you pain?
You see Jasper's like now twiddling his fingers. You could almost notice small beads of sweat just under his hairline. It's good for protection, I guess. I mean,
Are you able to like do the motion?
you see him throw a right hook in the air.
I mean, it looks like it works to me.
Yeah, it does. It's fine.
If it is fine, then are you not disabled?
No, I am. It kind of scares people.
You are
Like-
saying this to the 6'10" cat lady, born from a werewolf?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we killed an Eden yesterday. I don't think you've got anything for us to be scared of. But
The child-eating 6'10" cat lady?
You see Jasper grab his right shoulder, and you just see the arm just... It's not attached.
holy
body.
shit!
Told you.
No, that's so just not what I was expecting.
No one really ever is. And you see now, one sleeve is fully rolled up, like, to here, and he's got, like, a glove with fingerless, like, tips on it. The other arm is fully clothed with a glove at the end. Not something I was really fond of showing off in Eshwa. Really anywhere.
Well, I can understand why you would be uncomfortable with that and the small minds of the common folk. But, this practice is so that if something is trying to kill you, Jasper, you are supposed to fight for your life. Someday you will find yourself without magic, without a weapon, and only your body will be there to defend you. Do not
I've
take
hit
it
people
lightly.
with it before. You're right.
I mean, worst case, he's always got a weapon on him if he just takes it off with the left arm and swinging it around.
You see Jasper kind of give you like a
Sorry.
no, it's useful for that. Promise you won't laugh? Or look in horror?
You caught me by surprise at first, but I won't laugh.
I'm very good at not moving my face.
He studies your face. Wow, you are really good at that. How did you learn to do... You know what? Besides the point. He starts to pluck off the fingertips of the glove. He pulls off the glove. And you see this cracked, rifted in like sheets and plates of various shapes. It's not flesh. It's just, I wouldn't even know how to describe it, Clay, at this point. I don't know if there was ever a material that was used.
Metallic.
It's
looking.
metallic, yeah.
Yeah.
And in between all of these like odd shaped plates and shapes, there's just this low purple energy just humming. And you've seen it before when Jasper's casted spells and done things. And it's a hand, but it doesn't look like a hand. Although it has all 5 fingers. It's just this odd, materially ebbing and flowing kind of energy shape. Haha!
Wow.
Very interesting. Is that man-made?
I think so.
Would Stray have ever seen anything like this, either the energy or the material?
Stray has probably seen prosthetics before. There are, for those with enough like wealth and stature to get something like that, there are like arcane prosthetics. This is not like anything you've seen before, though. The way it pulses and moves, and yeah, it seems different somehow. Maybe more rudimentary, maybe something else entirely.
Sure.
Some would say it was a gift.
Did let the hermit give that to you?
He stays quiet. He does not give you an answer.
You don't have to.
Puts the glove back on. Tightens the wrist strap.
You don't have to, again, answer any of our questions, but, you should take your training more seriously, Jasper.
Oh, I have been. And he holds up his left fist, like this. But this one I know works well.
He's doing that, and then Ty will strike him from the other side where he's not covering.
Can I try to block it with this arm? Out of flinch type thing?
Yeah, I think you could.
Okay. How does it react?
When it gets hit,
Mm-hmm.
If it gets hit, it's kind of like a little, like you feel like the plates shift kind of then go back. It's not like a huge interaction.
Hey, you blocked.
Aha!
But are you scared of something?
What is it, like a bomb? If I hit it too hard, you're going to explode?
I really don't know. And that's what scares me. I don't know what it does. I mean, I've seen some things. I've been able to... And you see sparks fly off of his right hand, which is this prosthetic hand.
Have you
Oh,
not
so
been
you-
with this for a long time?
Well, what do you mean by long time?
A strong passage of time, of years.
About 48 3/4, give or take.
Of 48 3/4 of what?
49 years.
Ah, how old are you?
49.
Was there like a little baby Jasper that had a prosthetic arm attached?
I hope so.
Is the same arm?
Same one. I kind of had it for as long as I know. And he's just kind of moving it. It moves like a normal arm.
Okay, so question. So that's some kind of prosthetic? I mean, I've seen like magic prosthetics, but
Have?
yeah, there was this one dude we actually lifted one from while he was asleep. That was pretty good. We sold that for quite a bit, but not gonna steal yours.
Shoots bullets at you as
Not
you're
gonna
telling
steal
the
yours.
story.
I was just letting you know
okay.
how I know it.
Okay,
but-
please don't.
No, not.
Did you
but-
steal a
so,
man's
like, does it-
leg when he was asleep? I'm sorry. Do not gloss over that.
Those things sell for a lot. Okay, but yeah, I mean, he was not a good person anyway. But
What
no,
limb
Ty's a
did
good
you
point.
steal?
Yeah, was it an arm or a leg? Now I
was
gotta
a leg.
know. Okay.
So he just woke up and was like, "Oh, what a beautiful morning," and tried to stand up and then fell.
Well, he didn't wear it to sleep. He had like a arm, not an armrest, like something you put
A
up like a
leg rest?
mount. Yeah.
Do you know
Thanks.
how embarrassing that must have been for him? He would have had to hobble around.
Yeah, I know,
Just
right?
on one leg.
No, it's pretty funny. I mean, he was a wizard. He could probably make another one and just fly. I don't care.
Well,
That's
no, that
still
was
kind
pretty
of
good.
funny to picture.
I don't think they're that easy to make. Otherwise, I feel like, like Casimir, have you ever seen a magical prosthetic?
Jim, have I ever seen a magical prosthetic?
Being in the war and all.
Casimir has never been in a war. There is no war. in
Military,
Basel.
I guess.
Yeah.
There is no war in Basise.
There is no war in country.
If it's so, it's been like one, maybe. They are very rare. The reason I said Stray has had, the chance of witnesses because of, what Stray was up to.
Yeah,
Extra
stealing
stuff.
legs from wizards.
Exactly.
That was just the one time.
I've
mean, I've
heard
sold-
of them. I've never really seen them.
But I was gonna ask, does it? You said you've always had it. Does it get bigger with you? Have you had several?
You see him kind of just hold his hands up. They're the same length. I've never had a new one.
So like when you were like a kid though, was it just like twice the size of your other arm, or did it just fit you always?
What?
It's always grown with you.
It's always been the same. I mean, when I was little, it was little, and when I was bigger, it was still little.
Just wonder. Weird but cool.
Yeah, I know it's weird.
No, not bad weird.
Cool weird.
Interesting. Unique, I think is probably the right word.
Yeah, the people of Eshua weren't. What are we doing today?
I was gonna try and show Kai and anyone else how to plant their feet and not get knocked over for exercise, and then I guess hit the road.
Okay.
Jasper walks over to Casimir.
I need you to do something for me.
Yeah, sure.
Can we invent a way to put tattoos on this?
Fuck yeah, we can, dude.
I want to be more like you.
She looks very taken aback by that. Yeah, sure. I mean, it looked metal. Could we like engrave into it, or is it still your arm? Do you have like? And we'll answer is yes. We'll figure out some of the semantics later.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay.
And you see he quickly like turns and just starts walking back to like where his stuff was.
Guess May will just kind of stand there and bring out her like tattoo kit. She hasn't used it in a very long time.
Not in front of the others, please.
Oh, she doesn't. She just kind of looks at it like as she's packing her shit away to get ready for the day.
I thought it was, we're doing this now. And I was like, oh no.
Get your ass here, Jasper. We're doing
We
this
will
now.
find a way.
Cool.
You don't say anything that morning before you start walking back towards Valoran.
I'll spar with Kai a little bit, see how well he can take a punch. I'm mostly trying to get him to. I want to hit him and have him not fall over. Is the
Okay.
goal of this morning.
Well, he has 2 more hit points than he did previously because he is officially a level 1 fighter now.
Let's go.
Heck yeah.
So, it looks like even this little bit of like real life or death combat and some of the tips that you guys have been giving him are starting to pay off.
Cool. Great. Yeah. Whenever we're done, it's like, I know I kind of gave you some crap when you first came along, but man, you killed a wolf yesterday, and you're fighting off the whatever disease you got this morning pretty good. So keep it up.
Yeah, well, don't give me too much credit for the wolf. He said, I know people were behind me and I was getting healing magics from, here and there. But, no man is an island. And I appreciate all the support that, was given to me.
Doesn't matter who helps you. It just matters that you win.
It's something to think about. Doesn't matter how you get there, it's the goal that matters.
Not wrong.
I'll think about that.
Again, you should really sit and talk with Topi for a bit. I feel like y'all could come up with something fun together.
Yeah. Toby,
Yo,
Stray says that I should work with you on your writing. Maybe we can sit down and have a session one day, one of these
I am
nights.
actually writing meaningless poetry right now, so your one-liners could come in handy.
I mean, the things I'm saying are meaningless. I think there's a lot of deepness and a lot of value to what's in my
Right.
heart, and I'm speaking from. But yeah, I'd be more than happy to share some of my ideas with you and the things that I'm feeling and my takes of this new perspective I have on life.
Could sell these quotes to these tapestry shops, that people put in their children's bedrooms as motivation. Don't worry, I'm writing the same right now. That's as much meaning I have too, but yeah. It's good.
Right. I mean, if I could have this new worldview that I've really taken to my core and like have it in the homes and the books of children and so from a very young age that they are thinking these things and they're realizing that the system isn't built for them.
Over Kai's shoulder, Stray's just looking at you, Toby, like big fucking grin on his face, just kind of looking like, yeah, he's your problem now.
Why don't you write me a list of, say, 50 quotes, and I'll incorporate it into poetry.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah. Tonight I'll sit down and just kind of go put into words the things that I've been thinking.
Right.
And, that'll
but
give
don't
me a new
say
perspective.
don't say it to anyone. Keep it in your head because otherwise it loses meaning the more you say it.
Now it works. I figured the more you said something, the more meaning it had. Like
But think
more
about
you
reading it for the
manifested
first
it.
time. You know?
That's true. It will lack some impact. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. No, I'll think about it. I'll kind of borrow some paper and like a quill tonight.
That's all,
Yes.
Jasper. Yeah.
Thank you, Jasp. If you want to, sit down and get in on this too, like we can have like a trio kind of thing, and
Like a poetry session.
yeah,
Call it
slam the
slam.
books
know.
open. Yeah.
I know one whole poem.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh.
It was something a friend of mine told me for motivation purposes, kind of about the four elements.
Oh.
It was not really I don't remember the poem itself, mostly just the meaning.
And the meaning was that the four elements.
No, it's something I was told. I was told that I'm a Genasi, I personify air a lot, but I was told I need to personify the others as well. Swift, adaptable, immovable, so on and so forth.
Yeah, learning all four elements, incorporating those practices into your fighting style. I think that'll make you better
Specifically,
bender. I mean,
wasn't-
fighter.
Wasn't trying to make an Avatar joke, but no, I mean there's merit to it. Each element I think embodies something that everyone could benefit from. If that makes sense. Like I said, I'm not a poet.
And what do you think air embodies for you? What does that mean?
This is Chris thinking, not necessarily Stray. Stray know it off the top of his head. But going with the flow, being light, flexible, easily changed, and turbulent when necessary, I guess. It's been a long time since we talked about it.
Hmm.
No, I'm realizing how narrow my worldview used to be, so I love hearing these things, other people's perspective on themselves in life.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind.
Kai, how are you doing? I mean, you were going that way, and then we showed up, and you're going this way now. Like, are you okay?
I am processing, but I am great, I think. The way I was going isn't the way I wanted to be going. I didn't want to be an Eshwa. I didn't want to be a guard. These are all things, I was just trying to put together so I can have a good life, a good, I can maybe get promotion and, work up the chain. And then Ty was right. Like, those things don't even matter. And I was maybe never going to reach that anyway. It was all just me in the system, following along, doing exactly what they want me to do. But now I feel like I'm out of that system and I have this new perspective and I'm learning so much. And I think I'm doing great, Jasper.
I agree. Cool. Well, as long as you keep your wits about you, don't walk in front of a Netton, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I saw that fight with that and that seemed tough. The one wolf was bad enough. I can't imagine getting up there, but it's the kind of thing I'm looking to face one day. And hopefully they forget to use the blink spell then too, or the mirror image spell then too, and then it'll go smoothly.
Wah! And Jasper throws a quick left hook at him.
Oh, he's totally not on guard, so
Mm-hmm.
you deal 0 damage, but you get him. Or
Ah,
is
you
it
get
him?
him.
One?
You gotta be faster than that.
Does he fall over?
He doesn't fall over, no.
Good.
The
Kinda
halfling
like,
punching him does
"Ow."
not push him over. You gotta be quicker than that.
That's that was in the shin, man.
Sorry, it's as high as I could reach.
I gotta
You know,
walk on
Jas-
this leg all day.
Just for something actually might come in handy. If you actually do have to throw a punch, you're right about the right height to nail someone right in the crotch.
Is the handy a joke?
What?
Might come in handy. And then you also went on to, you're right at the height. I'm like, it's also the right arm.
I was not. I was. No, I was specifically talking about dirty fighting. No, I was not making a pun.
Oh, it's dirty fighting, all right, Stray.
I'm
Casper
gonna get
winks.
the horses.
Well, anyone else? Anything in the morning? Cool. So before you head out, let's go ahead and call this break. Take
Cool.
10. I need some water. My cup has been
Mhm.
empty for like the past
Ooh.
hour and a half.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm playing for 2
we'll
hours.
back in 10.
See you all.
All right, back in 10. this
Wait.
time and not zone.
Did you guys look at the edit?
All right. Oh, and we're back. Awkward. No, it's all good. We're back, and everyone was leaving camp. Last that we checked, did all the shit they wanted to do here at this little goblin camp. And we head off towards our destination.
Just wanted to get that on
Yep.
audio.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are about a little less than halfway to Valorant. The next couple days go by relatively uneventful. Was anyone doing anything specific while they're traveling? I imagine there's like little spars in the training going on for those that are keen to do so. Anyone else doing anything specific while you're traveling these couple days?
I'm starting.
Do
a
we
new...
pass anyone?
Not yet. Yeah, we haven't gone by anyone at the moment.
I'll start a new
feel like-
story.
Hmm.
One without a happy ending, and
Okay.
one more so about the journey rather than the destination, as Kai
Okay.
said.
Fucking Kai, deep man.
And it's about an air genasi who learns more about himself on his goals, and in the end abandons his goals, realizing he's better for it. And it's called The Winds of Change.
That's good.
That was good.
You
I
start
think
off-
maybe like you pass around like a little bit of a draft of this, and everyone's like, "Yeah, it's not bad. That's I like where this is headed."
Yeah.
Awesome.
The air genasi is modeled after Stray physically, but is the furthest away. Like, he's a douchebag at the start. He's so personality is not the same, but physically he is.
Sounds the same to me.
I remember
Yeah.
Stray going through a douchebag.
I mean, I can be more of a douchebag if you want to give you inspiration.
Can you just insult Casimir real quick? Sorry, just to get an idea of.
I mean,
lines.
I don't even have to say anything, right?
I like that. Cool.
Ooh, damn.
But no, I actually like this. I'm looking forward to reading more.
Oh, it's almost done. It's just a fluff piece anyway. When we get to Valorant, I'll pawn it off to someone who can, some noble who'll pass it off as his own work and get lauded for it, just for a bit of coin.
It's a bit pessimistic, huh?
Yeah, I don't think it's good enough to get there just yet. Think of it as a practice piece.
Well,
Good enough to
That's
get
the thing.
someone lauded, though.
if you don't think it's good enough, then it's not gonna be. But if you think it's great and you pass it off as great, other people probably will too. We'll pay more for it.
So what do you reckon? Dress up in my fancy clothes and go to a printing press or printing house and ask them if they like it?
Well, I can
Good.
tell you, most people who work there do like it.
What do you think of it, Kai?
No, I think this is not bad, but I want to ask you something, Toby, because it seems like you're very critical on yourself and your work here. What do you consider to be good? What is the goal you're trying to obtain here? What do you see as a good piece? What does it entail?
You've used the word worldview a lot in the last couple days. Something that shifts or alters or even empowers a worldview and expands the mind to be receptive to different emotions and feelings,
that.
and that's the goal.
I like that. I like that a lot. You know, I think I didn't really get your whole deal originally, Toby, and I thought you were just kind of walking around and you were just some guy who couldn't really fight and just, you know, was writing stuff down all the time. And, you know, that some of that is kind of true, but at the same time, you are trying to make a change, and I didn't see that in you originally, and then it's new in my life as well, but I think everyone needs to take a look at the world and see what they can do for it, and I think you're on that
Why
path.
does everyone mention the word change? Like, what?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, everything's changing. Can't stop it.
Seasons change.
Change is inevitable, I suppose.
Change sucks, but well, not all change. But
I suppose that's the nature of change. It could both be beneficial to us or detrimental. But it happens regardless. I'll write that one down.
Put
How's that
one
list
on a
coming
pillow.
along?
I'm at 46. I'm close.
That's good enough. Give it here. I'll fluff the rest of it. I'll make some poems, and we'll make a bit of coin. And Valora know about that. And then that way, that can be the little fluff piece, and I'll look at Stray, and I can actually put an effort into the book.
you know, you might be able to make money just going around giving out like inspirational advice to people.
What, like generalized information, like one quote per person?
Yeah,
per,
just like
per
a
silver piece?
motivational speaker. You know, get people on the path to their goals or whatever.
Like,
You know-
this is where I was. This is where but I give
Yeah.
all that credit to Ty though. Like that's not just me. Like Ty is the one who opened my eyes.
Oh, I
It is
mean,
what I do.
you can credit the person, but it's your interpretation you're passing on, no?
Yeah, or maybe if I don't know how much I really need coin if that's something that comes up and I find a need for it, maybe. But
Oh
I'm
right,
trying
you're
to
planning
live
to live in
outside
the
of-
woods. Forgot
yeah,
about
that is. I mean, ultimately, I'd love to do that, but I think there's a long path in front of me before I can rest.
Anyone play any instruments here?
I can play a
Shit.
flute.
I can whistle.
Give us a whistle, Jasper.
He whistles.
Okay.
My mic
I can
won't pick it
whistle.
up.
I can whistle too. And
Well-
I go, it's just one tune, I do like the blowing. I have endless breath, so I just keep, it's just one whistle. I just keep going.
How about when we get there, we keep the paper, like the written version of these quotes to ourselves, but we put on a little like street show. Like I'll stand up on a pedestal, and I'll read them out while you guys play some supporting music, and then we'll have a hat for some coin, just for fun.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. It's like reading these phrases out to people. No,
Yeah,
could do something.
more of like
yeah,
a
that does sound like fun.
presentation, you know. It won't be that much coin, but it's just more for fun, you know. And then we can always, if it goes badly, we can always just sell the paper to, like Casimir said, an embroidery that'll put it on pillows for grandmas.
My grandma had these 3 pillows. I still remember. Live, laugh, love, and I always thought it was the tackiest thing. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, like those are important things to have in your life. You need to live your life. You need to have laughter in your belly, and you need to love yourself and others. And it may be a little cliche, but I understand why she had it. No,
That reminds me of a famous song back in the back before the Divided Age. It's just living my life. Hey, 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 hey. Putting my hands.
it sounds simple and like maybe it had a good drum beat, but yeah, I can.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
All right. But another day goes on. Man, my throat is absolutely destroying me. But another day goes on, and as you're getting closer to Valorant, I believe you took the road, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You see another cart going kind of upwards. Maybe they're heading towards Estra, maybe they're going to Featherwind, Quinn, anywhere, north Samara. They are going the opposite direction as you, though, and you assume they're probably coming from Valorant.
They look
The
like they're
cart. I would say the
Oh,
cart
who's that?
itself is my bad. Is very like well decorated. There are like flags and like little pendant flags of like different colors, kind of hanging from everywhere.
Oh, okay.
He's got
Any symbols we'd recognize?
Probably not. It's more colorful than marked, with like the symbol of like a group or something.
And I was gonna say, does it look like they're carrying cargo, much goods?
At a quick glance, I would say yeah, they probably have decent amount of cargo. And you see there are a couple people walking as well next to the cart.
Are they walking proudly or kind of just like trudging along, just trying to get through the day?
That's a good question. Probably the latter until they notice you guys, and then they all perk up a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. This 2 carts passing in the night, just before they get to you. Anyone?
Are we in a car? I thought we just had horses.
We just have horses.
Yeah, we should.
Oh yeah, so you don't have a cart. Yeah, that's on me. The whole last session was nothing but like a fucking fever dream for me. So
Yeah, you're good.
No, fair enough.
I rewatched part of it so I could remember. What
Hey, we're proud
actually
of you for
happened.
that. That was still
Um,
good combat then. So
You watch yourself, Claire? That's a bit narcissistic, don't you think?
I'm very narcissistic, so
Yeah.
that is what that is. I exclusively look at my screen when I watch as well.
It's like
Don't have me.
when you're on a face video call, you always just look at yourself. You never look at the other person.
I make my screen the larger one and the other
Right.
person the smaller one.
it's a power thing.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't need to look at your wife when you talk to her. You can just listen. You know, you'll get
They,
yourself.
they don't know what's they don't know what's happening, but I know. I've done the power play, like you
Right,
said.
right.
Noah, so
You feel more powerful, and that's all that matters.
I feel more powerful, so I can take over the conversation. You know, it's about a mindset.
That's why you're a DM, right? Just so you can
It's a lifestyle.
Exactly.
validate talking more than anyone. It's great.
hmm I feel like I don't though, so I gotta talk more. Anyway,
If they get closer, is there any better visuals we can get from this cart? Names, words, and like again, insignias, but
as it gets a little closer, yeah, you do see. It says Swift Pin, Swift Pins, Swift Stories. And you do see that there is a human and two humans that are sitting on the front part where like the bench is, and then walking there is a female human and a gnome and a dwarf walking
Oh,
next to the cart.
why do they make the shortest ones walk? Okay.
It's fucked up.
It is. Good evening.
You call out to them. Hello.
Oh
And
god,
they-
maybe they know Rhodey and Mackay.
I was about to say.
Hello.
Hello. Greetings to all of you.
Hello, and
What
who might you be?
brings you here? Are you heading to Valoran?
Maybe.
They're a tough crowd.
You
You're
performers
a
of some
tough
sort.
orator.
Yes, we are. We are playwrights and drama connoisseurs.
Oh boy. That's under my breath.
Oh.
That's not.
Oh. We are quite talented, if you ask us.
Have you performed all over Samara? Have you?
Oh, all over Samara, from Deep Crag to Valoran.
Okay.
Those two.
Wait, just Craig to Valor?
Yeah, yes. It was a long journey, and we practiced every step of the way. And I've got to say, our work really paid off, and we have a good production. They just didn't seem to think so in Valoran. But you know who truly understands theater? But
Yeah, do
those
I-
that are part of the theater themselves.
Ah.
Gray is struggling to stifle laughter.
Do I recognize any of these people?
These people, no,
Okay.
you don't recognize them. Yeah.
Is it just
Well-
you in the company, or do you have other people?
Oh, it's just us for now, though. We're always looking to recruit and hire talent. Our main playwright Bill Swiftpin has absconded after, you know, just what some might call a falling out, back in Valorant, but we persevere.
I've actually got some manuscripts and some very early stages of plays, if you wish to purchase them.
Are you a writer? And he goes up to you, like, puts his hands on your face and gets a little too close, and his eyes are bugging out.
I'm just gonna look at Stray, like side-eye Stray, a little bit. Is he laughing?
Yes. Well, no, I'm just like, every time this guy, I don't know why this voice is killing, but every time this guy talks, Stray is like trying not to laugh.
I am a writer, yes, but he, and I'm gonna like use my eyes to point, is the greatest actor of all time.
Don't you dare.
And he turns to you and kind of sizes you up and down. There are many roles that you could play. I see it. The dragon. Yes, we need a dragon. There's a red dragon in the play, but we could rewrite that.
He actually played a one-man show where he portrayed all the different races of Aeon in a piece called Evolution.
That breaks Casimir. She starts howling at that.
That sounds like it could have been problematic, though I am still interested.
Oh, it was, but the controversy stirred success, you know?
I understand. You can't always, choose everyone as your audience. You must be selective.
Who do you usually choose as your audience?
Those with good taste.
Have you found them yet?
Oh, we're still looking. But we've only just begun our journey.
None in Deep Crag, none in Valorant.
Deep Crag, people are very crabby there, and, it makes sense. Their life is surrounded by rocks. They don't get out much. But here in Valorant, we suspected culture. People to really understand acting at its core. But we couldn't find any.
What?
But we persist and we go on. Yes,
what is your true
that's all we can do. Swiftpin's Swift Stories. Though we may need to rename that, as Bill has not shown himself for the past 5-6 days or so.
If I give you my pieces for free, would you name your group after me?
And he steps back and goes with his other group. They all bend down to like the gnome's height, and they're a couple of them are on their knees. And they're like, yes.
Yes.
They seem to be speaking truthfully.
You can roll inside if you want.
All right.
I would like to as well.
Okay.
They might just take his paper and leave.
Yeah.
I don't trust these circus clowns.
Yeah, I want to eyeball the gnome when this is said, and I'll roll an insight.
Yep. All of you think they just feel desperate.
Okay.
Yeah. Even with the 10, you just get a sense of desperation from them.
I'm gonna cast a couple bits of prestidigitation as I speak to them.
Mm.
Now you better not be lying to us, because we will find out. And we will be disappointed. And with that, I'll have my cloak sort of billow with a bit of wind, and then I'd have sparks flying behind Stray, like the flame sparks.
Pyrotechnics. Yes, we too love the presentation of a good threat. We will do as you say, in your name, that we should put it across everywhere that we go. Be representatives of you and your talent.
Where are you heading right now?
Valorant.
I didn't hear what you said, Noah.
We can skip them. My
Okay.
simple question.
Askews adventurous actors.
Adventurous actors. That is way better than what we were doing before, because our plays were not swift. They were quite long, actually. Grueling, nitty-gritty plays. Hard to sit through.
I can imagine.
Well, here you are. Here are some plays. How about I have 5 I'm willing to part with, and that should get you at least 5 trips between Valorant and Deep Crag.
I'll be going to new venues, greener pastures, but yes.
Spread the name Toby Askew.
Toby Askew shall be known across the lands as a better writer than Bill Swiftman.
I'll take it. That's a start. And I will hand you 5 plays.
Okay. What are like the gist of those 5 plays?
They are all just actually no. 3 of them are the classic ones that I have attempted to put on in the past, but
Okay.
have failed due to, in his words, a lack of talent. Just the generic love story. Tabaxi meets dwarf. Dwarf doesn't like her. Tabaxi's family hates dwarf. Blah blah blah. But love conquers all.
Very Hallmark. Yeah.
Yeah. Think 2000s teen movie.
Gotcha.
And then the other 2 are just the newer style of art pieces more than shows.
Okay.
Like metaphorical, and yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
They don't have
He-
names, so
They don't have names. Then we shall craft the names as we craft the props, and we craft our lines, and we craft these very characters onto our soul.
would you want to?
We shall present your work and do so well.
Would you want to employ the greatest actor that has ever lived?
If you would join us, we'd be more than happy to have you. Your one-man show sounds absolutely riveting.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've already got a noble waiting for my performance in Valorant, so I'm gonna have to pass.
I haven't, but actually, I'd like to be. That sounds. What is your
Nope.
secret?
I think I'm just that good.
I understand something deep.
It's
I can't put
it's a
into words.
blessing. It's
An
a
it
God-given
factor.
gift.
I understand the gods are on your side. Which god are you praying to regularly?
All of them.
So not to narrow our scope, but to keep it wide and cast a large net so that one may deem us worthy of their blessing. I understand.
He's got a theme,
Precisely.
if you couldn't tell. He portrays all the races, portrays all the different employments, and obviously represents all the deities.
An equal opportunist.
That's why they
Yes,
call
I
him
understand.
T-E-O. His name is Teo.
Teo. Teo
Yes, Tio.
Teo the Blue. Teo the Magnificent. I shall remember you, Teo.
I don't not hate the sound of that.
Yes, well, here we are on the side of the road. We stop to chat with one another, as 2 people do when their carts cross on the road and their horses go by one another. It is, of course, a common courtesy to stop and say hello. And what better courtesy than to give you a glance into what we have been performing so far so that we may have your honest feedback as an
Please.
amazing actor and scriptwriter in your own rights.
Only if we can return the favor and let you watch Tio's one-man performance
We would
in
love
its
nothing
entirety.
more.
Oh,
I was hoping
evolution.
for this sort of-
Yes.
I found when he played 2 of the gods in a one-man love scene based on the cycles of love, incredibly graphic, incredibly explicit. It
No,
brought
that was-
me to tears.
That was a one-time show. It was a desperate
How
piece I
about
took.
the piece where he represented us half-elves, Casimir? And
Oh, some might find it incredibly offensive. Me,
loved
beautiful.
it. Absolutely loved it.
Absolutely.
Oh, the half-elves were into it, then it must have been okay.
When he used all of, what people like, pointy-eared half-breeds, when he used all those words, some might have got upset. Me, I loved it personally.
The truth behind his words, the edge on his voice, I could feel it. The treble when you speak resonating through the crowd. I can only hope to see one of yours someday.
Today.
My name is
that-
Carlin, by the way. Carlin.
And your
Pleasure,
companions?
Garland.
This here points to the dwarf, and this is Harbeck. he currently performs as the frog in our production.
Oh well, I assure you there are no frogs in my pieces, Harbeck, so you have some dignity to maintain.
I like to play the frog, though.
Harbeck was the dwarf.
Yeah.
And you, my gnomish friend.
Name's Gilbert. I'm currently playing the dragon.
Okay.
And you see he's missing an eye as well, and he looks like he's been attacked by some kind of animal in the past.
I shouldn't be laughing. All right. Well,
I
pleasure
really
to meet you.
embodied the spirit and the anger, of the dragon. Some people say, a gnome is too small to play such a big creature, but I think I fill the shoes.
Do you have a costume?
I do.
Like a pullover
You know,
hoodie and
So
tiny
he'll go
wings?
into the back of the cart and start rifling around. And then the last one is the female human. And I am Margat. I am the right-hand man to Carlin. We have been at this for a while. We started this troop together before we ever even met Bill. We've been practicing our lines and honing our crafts for quite some time. I play the role of both the knight and the paladin. We have combined the role into one as there were not enough actors, but we find that it brings impact. And then finally, there's one other guy who's like on the cart, a human. He looks gruff as hell, and he hasn't said a word. He clearly does not seem to be part of this ensemble. Maybe he is hired help or something, or a guard to them or something along those lines. But he looks fucking over it. After a moment, oh, go ahead.
Well, perhaps you perform a scene from this frog-filled, dragon-destined, paladin portraying narrative.
Yes, we will, of course. Everyone, costumes, costume change quickly.
Oh,
They wait for no one, and they all go and they start.
time to
changing
see if I should
clothes.
rescind my name from this group.
You've already
no,
handed
no.
them 5 papers.
What was the name of the group? Excuse.
Adventurous actors.
Thank you.
You have to
Don't-
say
don't
actors
worry.
like that every time.
Was,
If-
yeah.
If your name doesn't stick, Tio will make sure it does.
I actually like Tio the Blue or Tio the Magnificent. It sounds
I
like,
like. I
you're
don't mind. I don't hate Tio. Tio the Magnificent. Or
sounds like you're a
Trey the
magician for
Magnificent.
children's birthday parties.
After about 3 minutes, they come out in like very like hastily put together costumes. They're all made of cloth, and like filled. So they look a little like cartoony in a way. Like the
They look
dragon
like
is
stuffed animals.
yeah, like a big stuffed animal essentially. And it's being played by a gnome, so it's very small and like even though like there's like a crazy long tail to try to add some length to it, like where
It
the
just-
head is the guy is like it's not dynamic.
It's
being
exactly
swallowed
what
by a stuffed
I was hoping it was. He comes out and Stray just like, oh, I'm gonna have a hard time watching this, guys.
Keep a straight face. You're next.
You see Margaret, the female human, she's in like armor that's like not real armor. It's like cosplay armor almost. I did like this like spray painting, but there obviously wouldn't be spray paint. But either way, it's clearly not real armor. It has like a big fake sword as well, and like a long like tabard on, and looks like some kind of fighter. You see the dwarf is in the similar like shitty cloth frog costume, and he is like on his hands and like crouched like a frog in frog position, and he goes and he looks the most stoked out of everyone, to be honest. And then Carlin has come out. He has like blue skin, like paint on, fake elf ears. And he's like, I shall be playing the lead, Vendel, Master of Dragon.
I don't know if I should be offended by the blue face or not.
Is this offensive? Well, this is right on your level then, right? We're doing it correctly.
That's kind of tasteless.
Right.
isn't it?
Yes.
It's kind of what you said, Toby.
I shut up as soon as if Stray responds yes, he Toby shuts up.
Okay.
He looks conflicted. You see, he's like, you can tell he's like, this is mildly offensive. That's okay. Great.
Yeah, and they all line up like in the grass, like off the road a little bit. They find like a nice little flat spot. You can sit down, stand around, whatever you want. And then Carlin, places, everyone places. We pick up with the climactic scene of Vendel, Master of Dragons, taking down his very first dragon here. Well, Ward the Frog. And shit, I forgot the name here.
Jasper
Oh,
leans
yeah.
in. Why is there a frog at a dragon battle?
This is based
Why
off a
not?
true story, mind you all. Isatel, the paladin and fighter, all here assisted in vanquishing this foe as it attacked a town in days gone by in a city that no longer exists. We bring that true tale to you now across time and space and
Itself?
itself. Yes. Yes, I think we love audience participation or performing. And they get up there, and it's really, really cheesy. They have like streamers, like the guy playing Thindel, the blue elf, has like blue, like meant to look like ice, kind of like pale blue streamers that kind of come out of his sleeve as he does like an attack magic. Ha! Vanquish, you shall be dragon. And then the frog is kind of like off to the side, like that's right, like I'm here, I'm the mascot. And occasionally like a tongue, it's like really like also of course everything is shitty, but like a tongue prop, like you can tell he sticks his whole arm out and he's like holding like a little like a grip, and it has like a pink tongue on it, and it like pokes the dragon with it. And then you hear Gilbert, oh shit, be careful. And yeah, they run around in circles essentially.
I'll lean into Casimir and I'll say, maybe it's good I gave them the love stories, because hopefully the audience will take it as satire and it'll be lauded as some masterpiece of, you know, subverting the romance genre, cliche sort of thing, you know.
No, actually, I think it's really nuanced. Like, I understand how the frog is a dark reflection of the dragon itself. It represents, you know, all the insecurities that the dragon has, and I like how they represent that through a smaller animal. I think it's really good stuff here.
That's what's
You
gonna
guys
happen
been
with the
talking
place.
to Kai too much.
Kai, what do you think of this?
It's just like a mess. But I'm no master of the arts, you know. I've only recently taken up poetry. You guys have told me I'm pretty good at it, but you know, I'm no one to critique. I didn't get what you caught there, Casimir. It's deeper than I thought it was.
You must be blind. You got to pay attention to the pinky finger of the actors. That's what reveals the emotion, not the face. It's the pinky finger. Yes.
So you're
The
looking
pinky
at when he
fingers.
sticks his whole arm out, and you're thinking he's fucking up, but that's real acting.
Can I beg for a group performance check just to see how they do?
I'm gonna roll with disadvantage for sure.
Yeah, because it's a
Um,
mess, but I want to see how good of a mess.
I'll say,
it
do they do the mess well,
Yeah.
Okay,
or is it just terrible?
I'm gonna give. Okay.
Because if they do
So-
the miss well, then we're on.
Okay, let me roll. I'll roll this in public.
Okay.
fuck.
When I woke
okay.
up today,
At a
I did not
disadvantage.
expect to go through
Okay.
this.
Holy shit. Okay.
Okay, there's talent in there.
There's
Okay.
some hidden talent in there apparently. The dice have
SQ's gonna be out
decided.
there.
Mm-hmm.
They just need some refinement, you know, maybe a little funding, you know, to really get this production going. They're really bare bones at the
writing.
moment. Yeah, better writing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
question. Speaking of funding, did we get the second half of the payment from Rodion for the.
Yes, you would have.
That's such a good point.
Thank you. That slipped my mind. I meant to bring it up, and then
I'll hand
we
everyone
kinda just
5
went off.
additional gold because I'm assuming we get the 25, right? For the
25, yeah. Mhm.
Nice. Thank you.
Everyone gets 5
Along
additional
with a
gold.
note that said, "Thank you for not sending me the heads." That would have been quite messy, and Anya would not have liked to clean that up.
Oh,
Ty, would you have wanted to send off a map during the days of travel?
No, Ty's holding on to some stuff.
Cool.
How much finance do after the scene, assuming how much finance do you need to put one of these plays to life?
Oh, we've been working with about 3 gold per show. A little more could go a long way.
How about I give you 10 gold for one show, and then you use the profits from that to put on the other shows?
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Nah, it's nothing in return except you spreading the name askew.
Askew shall be the most spoken name through all the correct circles.
And if you perform in Craigstead, especially, put everything into that performance.
We shall head there immediately and perform
No,
that
no, no,
first.
no, 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 no. Practice the show first,
Right, of course.
and then
Our end of the tour then in Craigstead.
correct. I will
Understood.
hand over 10 of my 11 gold.
Okay. Carlin takes it and looks at it like he's never seen so much gold in his life. Kind of like jingles it a little bit. Puts it on his belt, ties it. All right. Oh, what a fortuitous crossing that we have had on this fine day.
Oh, it's about
I
to
never
get...
foresaw like this, like things would go like this, and here we headed, heads hung low in shame, our departure from Valorant defeated, our greatest asset gone. But we cannot move forward without first losing something, unless there's something there.
Right.
Guy's
it's,
like, yeah, there is.
Courageous.
it's about to get even more fortuitous as your acting talents are going to get inspired by the one and only Tio the Magnificent in his performance
Yes, Tio.
evolution.
Yes. But you see, I think this is actually a perfect learning opportunity. You see, I have been training an apprentice to join me in my role so that I need not only be limited to pathetic one-man shows, can expand my horizons. This! Grab Kai by the shoulders and pull him over.
Hi, I'm Kai.
Yes. Kai the Magnificent. Show them what you got. Show them what you got, bud.
Kai looks at you with like pleading eyes.
Go on.
I don't
understand
care.
this as well as you guys do. I'm not new to this.
The poetry,
You
Kai.
can do this.
The
Self motivation. Believe in yourself.
Okay. I takes a deep breath, walks, kind of scans over everyone.
Straight just kind of takes a step back and removes himself from.
I'm gonna go back as well, and I'm gonna like punch straight at the shoulder with like a lot.
And he gets up
I was
there.
actually gonna get out there and perform, did
No.
you?
Well, I'm surprised you convinced Kai. That was a good move.
Kai's impressionable, if we haven't noticed so far.
I couldn't tell.
He gets
Bravo.
up there, and he kind of goes at this performance like slam poetry in a world where the man above keeps the man below down. We must stand up and tower over the larger man and take back what is ours. Darkness fills the eyes of everyone who does not see what I see now. For my eyes were dark until recently. But now my goal is to release everyone from their shackles and move forward society in a way that helps all, not just some. Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant.
I
And oh.
never heard such deep words uttered by such a man so young. He must have seen so much.
Yes. Now, we'd hate to take up much more of your time. You've got a play to rehearse, and I know you'll do
Yes.
me proud.
Which one would you prefer that we start with?
Is there one that I know is like extremely cliche?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna choose that one because that
Okay.
will be the most interpreted as satire at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, with their acting style.
Understood. I shall perform the dwarf. I forgot
Tabaxi.
the race. Tabaxi. I was gonna say Kashyyyk. I'm like, that's not this.
No,
The Tabaxi.
This-
That's Skyrim or like Elder Scrolls.
Khajiit, yeah.
Kashyyyk is the Wookiee planet.
Kashyyyk is the planet for the Wookiees, yes. Name association.
Why don't you name that one Tio? And the audience won't know what it means, but they'll think about it.
Provocative. Provocative. I have learned so much from this group. Truly a fortuitous encounter. I never would have expected that such a boon could have fallen into my lap.
Trust your audience. Trust your audience.
Yes. I do. I trust that they'll understand what I have come to understand and what you have taught me.
Have a good
Happy
day.
to pass on the theater knowledge to another practitioner.
Yes, we appreciate you, Tio the Magnificent, and you as well, Kai the Magnificent. You are both truly, truly magnificent. And with that, we away! And then he hops back onto his cart, but like holds like a handle on the side and is like kind of leaning off with like a hand out, and he waves like dramatically. Until our next meeting, may it come sooner rather than later.
As soon as they're away, I'm just gonna explode into laughter.
You fuckers. I look at like Toby and Casimir.
High five.
You set me up.
Oh, you
That
you
was
played it
what
on?
the
pretty
world
good.
is like?
No.
It
I'm
can
never
be.
going home.
No, that was pretty fine.
Much like plays, the world is full of characters that are interesting,
Haha.
and those
Wow.
are the basis of one. Kai, I'm sorry to put you through that, friend.
How do you think I did? I
I'm not-
realized I was getting messed with, but I figured I'd give it a shot.
You
know,
crushed
opening
it.
my eyes and horizons, and you know.
You crushed it.
Yeah.
I think
you.
that was very. You showed them how stupid they can sound, but they ate it up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was going for.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
glad you caught on to that.
Oh, damn, Wiz. Shoot the man right in the heart.
I know.
Yeah, you know, it's like Casimir said, like it's gotta have layers, right? And I was really trying to, you know, make sure they saw. You saw my pinky, right? And
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah,
pointing
I
at-
know.
that's
noticed.
not real, right? That you're messing with me about that one, right?
No, that one was real. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I did it just in case, but
You did well. You did real well.
thanks, guys.
You've got a
appreciate it.
you've got a future in the arts if you wish to pursue it.
I don't, but that's nice to know.
You sure you want those guys throwing your name around?
No press is bad press, right?
I mean, did you give them your actual name, or was it a fake one like Tio?
Oh, Toby Askew. That's my name.
Insight check. Jasper's
Alright.
just been watching this whole thing.
Roll off.
I want to see how.
I've contemplated throwing Jasper in, but Jasper didn't deserve that.
I did.
Yes.
Mm.
19. All right, you can roll me, Wiz. Okay. As far as you can tell, he's upfront about it. That's his name. It's the name he's
Okay.
gone by. The name's written and everything.
Okay, good to know. How does someone get the last name Askew anyway?
What's your last name?
Jasper goes white.
I think you mentioned it before.
Maybe. Once, twice, Smith.
Really?
Oh, come on.
Smith? Come on,
Sorry?
Jasper.
just-
We know
I
your
mean,
last
you
name
don't have to
is
share it. I respect.
Flim Squiggly. Come on, we knew that.
That's pretty close. It's Flum Squiggly.
Flum Squiggly, right.
Plum
And
Squiggly, yeah.
I'll give Jasper a wink.
It's actually Busario.
Yeah.
He says it very quickly. Hard for you to catch.
I think Kai would catch that though, definitely, because he's from Eshwa.
Not from
He's a-
Eshwa. He's been in Eshwa.
But he's been there for like some
Yeah.
time, and that's a well enough known name. I think he would catch that. You say Busario? Like Eshwa's Busario? Busario?
Yeah.
Like, who the hell's that?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Oh, I mean, they're a very rich family.
You had money, Jasper?
Oh. It's all coming together.
Had?
Oh,
Uh,
are the stores going under lately?
no. They're doing just fine. At least that's what Dad said.
You've left behind all your material possessions like I have.
Yeah, well, have any of you seen stationery stores in towns in your travels?
Nah,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, that's my family.
That's why you're into books.
Well, that's not just why I'm into books. I like books. They teach you a lot of stuff. My family happens to run the largest stationery supplier in the world.
That is very interesting. If you do not mind me getting personal, my mother traded me off in order to have a successful business. So that is kind of funny that we
Oh.
end up together.
What kind of business?
I do not know that much.
Oh.
She made a deal.
Bad deal, if I'm honest.
She did not know she could have children. So she thought it was a safe bet.
Trade away her only child that she couldn't have? What?
Firstborn for monetary success.
Oh. Awful.
Well, I mean, I have to respect the hustle. She didn't think she could have kids. So, from her point of view, she thought she had it on lock, but not so much, huh?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, this business has kind of been in my family for a while now. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, to be honest. It's not something I was really attached to.
What made you leave?
Ugh, how would you like to deal with paper all day?
I do.
Yeah, you create things on paper. You don't create paper.
That's fair. It's an important business, you know.
Yeah.
But I understand why you left.
Doesn't sound too exciting, yeah.
Plus, after what I just saw with you two
That
and
was-
them,
That was crazy. That was crazy.
yeah.
That was crazy.
I gotta admit, Toby, you think pretty quick on your feet.
Oh, you know when you write bad performances, you learn to make excuses to keep them running.
You got me pretty good. I was starting to panic. I was trying to think up something that I could say if I wasn't able to throw Kai under the wagon.
But you did. And that itself is improvisation to the finest extent.
So, Jasper, we learn about the arm, learn about your super rich family. Got anything else for us?
You're a
I
better
really
wizard than
want to know more
Casimir.
about the hermit.
I'm no wizard.
No, I was just saying we're revealing secrets, so I just thought, we don't know. Maybe.
What did you say, Stray? What did you say?
I just said I want to know more about the hermit.
Well, what do you want to know? He's very private.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Crazy weirdo lives out in the woods?
He's not
Gotta be-
crazy.
Sorry.
He's not.
See, now I know.
Okay, now he's a little weird. Yeah, he's a little weird.
Quirky.
Anyone who, no offense, guy, anyone who lives out in the woods for no reason is weird.
Reclusive?
Reason is to escape society. And
Hermits do, generally. Well, he knows a lot of extracurriculars and was willing to share and taught me a lot and made me read books and was my only friend and also hated paper. I don't hate paper, I just don't like dealing with it.
You know what's ironic, Jasper?
I was curious.
Hmm.
You ran away from selling paper or making paper to sell. But here you are, whenever we need paper, you have a supply for us.
I
do you
like
think,
paper. And I mean,
Okay.
hey, it's not like I can't resell it later.
Maybe
No?
it'd be hard to come by.
Plus, you were a playwright.
I am a
You're
player.
gonna need paper. And you're a wizard. You're also gonna need paper. And you're a Tio. I don't think you're
I will
gonna
not
need
need
paper.
paper.
But maybe you'll use the paper to strengthen your arms as you rip it in half.
I already forgot what TO stands for.
The
made
point, like what, Tio, the blue, the magnificent?
No, like TEO stood for something, and we named you TO for
Oh.
that reason. And I've totally forgotten what I named you, what we talked about.
same.
And well, and Ty might need paper to draw maps, like you did on the wolf skin.
I mean, it would have been nice to have paper at that time, but I did not want to bother anyone.
Well, you can always ask. Here, and Jasper takes off his haversack and he starts pointing at the different pockets. He's like, you can find quills here, you can find paper in the big one, you can find this. And he's excited, but he's also like trying to deflect from more questions. Other than that, though, I mean, any town with a stationery store, my family's there.
Specifically in Samara and in Aishan is where they have a foothold. Toby, you've definitely seen one of these stationery stores before. It just didn't click to you. Maybe like, oh, that's
Different Bossario, yeah.
Or
You know, now that you mention it, back home, my family used to go there all the time. My little brothers and sisters, they loved the different writing equipment you guys used, and my mother especially, she would she would frequent the store almost every other day.
Well, the Bussy Stationery is
Well-
one-stop shop for all things paper and more.
Did you say Zabussy?
Yeah.
Bussy. They thought it was going to be a funny play on words for busy, but I don't know if it came out that way.
No, it's great.
this is the exact reaction I had, by the way, when I read that, and Noah sent it to me like 4 months ago. And I was like, Noah, can you clarify the pronunciation of this for me? Is it like this, like Gary Busey, or is it like?
Remember that
Ooh.
text too?
Well, Jasper, wouldn't it not be funny if we were related? I mean, we both have the same color hair.
We do. That would be great.
Am I gonna start growing cat legs?
I don't know. Maybe someday.
How
You grew
old
a
are
tail
you?
like 2 days ago. You didn't notice?
What?
Yeah, look behind.
Messing with you.
A minor illusion of tail behind him.
Oh no.
I know that trick. And he prestidigitates like a snap, basically. Trying to,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, I am just
Yes,
22
Clay.
years old. So it is very slim that we are even related.
Hey, we're
You'd
almost the
think I
same
would've-
age. I'm 23.
Oh. You are older
Ooh.
than me.
Well, a little bit, but can't tell that. When's your birthday?
I
Pulls up
don't
the world
know.
map awkwardly.
I do not know when my birthday is.
Oh. Okay.
I am always celebrated, so
Love to see that.
of course.
What about you, Stray? How old are you?
25. Though I don't know when my birthday is. I mean, I know the year. I just don't know. I know the month too. It's not the day wasn't tracked. But yeah, 25.
Casimir?
It's rude to point.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm 25 too. Just thought that was weird. What
Huh.
month?
Document.
You,
I have it here if you want me to.
I'm traveling with a bunch of kids?
How old are you?
I mean,
49!
49.
That's right. You're double our age.
No, I was born in a Racillus? Racillus? I don't know.
Racillus,
Not
yeah.
sure. Racillus. So if we're going like actual like birthday, I kind of use Devarius 20th. That's what was used for me.
Toby, as you say, oh, you're double our age. You see Jasp immediately throw his shoulders back. He goes, "That's right. I'm your elder. You should respect me and listen to what I'm saying, right?"
I mean,
Guy,
I
how
wouldn't
old
go
are
that
you?
far.
What?
Go ahead, Stray.
Sorry.
Oh, like quickly went to go. Kai, how old are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm almost 18.
Oh shit.
What?
Okay.
We've stolen a child. Oh no.
I thought he was older.
Yeah,
than
elder.
us.
What are you gonna do?
Blame it
What's
on
that?
one of you. You're adults too, but I'm just older. Don't blame it on the old guy.
Yeah, my birthday is 16th of Avrandar. No, if we want to celebrate, that'd be cool.
I'm the
Um,
35th.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow, I'm learning a lot from all of you all.
mean,
Racillus,
yeah.
you said, was yours, Stray.
That's the month I was born. But if we're doing like celebration days, it's Devarius 20th.
Okay.
Me actively trying to remember what my character's birthday was.
It's hard, but you have like made up fucking months and
Yeah,
I'm
that was
just trying to remember.
Go ahead.
Just trying to remember where I wrote it down. Go on.
I have yours right here. No, if you want me to say it.
Jasper shares his birthday.
Yeah, it's 11th Avrandar.
Hey, Avendar twins.
Oh, we got three
Hey.
Avendar birthdays. We should just do one birthday celebration, like one. Big
I don't know
party.
about that. My cousin I'm not a
Join
fan.
your own. We'll give you your own. Okay.
So, it's y'all are okay. I'm a Bosario.
Honestly, it doesn't
Yeah.
bother me at all. Cool, you're in a stationery shop.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I learned your name 10 minutes ago. Nothing's changed.
What have the Bosarios done for you to be uneasy?
Oh, you know, big business, big people, money.
It
You
is,
you know, Stray, right? With your money, yeah. But what's up, Ty?
What is this? What do you think I do with money?
What?
Go
I'm messing with you.
It is like a paper store. Supplies?
Stationery, supplies, anything you might need to mail a letter, stamps, that sort of thing helps along with the writing implements, inks.
Do you send them
And
letters?
That's what
Like
you do
mail?
with a letter?
No, I mean like, does your store also like courier?
They've been trying. Go on, Ty.
does your family like support, deforestation in order to create its supplies?
Well, there's a reason why the hermit doesn't like paper.
And how do you feel about it?
What, deforestation?
Yes.
That was one of the things that the hermit was teaching me just before you all showed up, was restoring life. Trying to plant. I mean, it was a kind of a tiny little side project that we began working on, and then, well, I flew the coop.
It is good to know you had the right influence in your life.
Had a lot of influences. You see, he kind of puts his arm on his right, or he grips his right arm. Life comes in weird ways.
True.
Well, I hope we all find what we're looking for in Valoran. To start with, anyway. I feel like this is a change, a new direction. I think it's going to be good.
I agree. I'm excited.
Talking about change again.
To Valoran.
Well, you folks are the first people to ever kind of, see my arm and not go, ah! So, just want to say thanks.
We saw
Who were you
skin puppets
around?
a few days ago, so I think that's it's a bit more pleasant.
Wait,
than that.
That word.
Skin puppets?
Oh yeah, Kai, don't worry about it. We'll tell you later.
You
Yeah,
explain it to a human being.
Yeah, skin puppet.
Just gaslight him into
Uh,
thinking he should know what skin puppets are.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't know?
I've
You
never
didn't
heard
have
of that,
one in
no.
your house growing up?
Nope.
Wait, what?
We
No,
went out
Kai.
of game real quick there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We went to
Oh,
a tomb where we were investigating for Petra Darkheart, and there were these creatures there that would envelop you, and I'd look at Casimir, and we just called them skin puppets.
They're like on strings dancing around?
No, they're
no,
just kinda
living
were up.
creatures. Yeah.
You were
That
the
was terrible.
puppet.
Made of
Yeah, I
skin,
was
like
gonna
like
say-
all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, imagine if
crazy-
I
some
removed
crazy stuff
the
out there.
outer layer and then put
Oh.
it on someone else, and it tried
Oh,
to kill
God.
you.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Oh god, yeah, that's awful.
I blew one up like a balloon.
Like,
Fuck.
No, with flame.
No, I'll let you decide how.
god, that's horrid. He has a clear picture of you, like a bag of skin, like,
There you go.
and just weird. And he popped it.
But anyway, yeah, Jasper. Sorry.
Sorry?
No, I was saying sorry. God, thanks for sharing. I know we've kind of asked you a lot of questions the last couple days.
Oh, well, I mean, once someone knows this or my name, they kind of either want to use me or get away from me. So I haven't seen you guys do it. And so if you have questions, I'm happy to answer. I trust you guys at this point. Just, you're not going to sell me out, right? I'm not going to sell any of you out, I promise.
Don't plan on it.
Okay.
Though I am the only one who agreed to that, so I don't know about
I
that.
mean, I think you know secrets about all of
sounds
us
out.
that you could sell us out if you wanted to. So
Yes.
Okay.
Jasper, I would kill anyone in this group who tried to harm you. or whether physical or emotional.
Yeah, you change
Unless it was
sides quick,
Casimir.
Ty.
Listen, we are a group, we are a commune. If someone goes against the collective, then they are, forfeiting their life.
Wow. Never
Seems
been a
like a
part of a
pretty-
commune before.
Neither have I.
It is a better way to live.
Honestly, yeah, communes are great.
Is that our name then? The commune.
I actually had an idea.
Yeah?
Though the commune's kind of like that's kind of ominous. I like that sounds like a cult. I don't hate commune.
What's your one? What's your idea?
It came up a few times. It was just an idea. I was thinking change. So like if we're out doing business, people say, "Yo, change is coming."
Oh.
Ooh.
That
like
won
that.
me over.
I like
That
that a
did
lot.
already-
Ooh.
I like that.
Hey. Hey, Kaz.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about a couple days ago. I'm worried about you, and I'd be happy to share some of the extracurriculars, but just want what's best for you, right?
Yeah. So do I. I know
Cool.
you're just doing it because you care.
And he kind of does like a slight shuffle towards you and then hugs your legs.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah. Right. Cool. Valoran, right? We're going. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
totally.
To
Yeah,
Valora
now,
Mega.
It's all
Right,
coming
yeah.
together, isn't it? Like one big
Okay.
happy family.
Cool. The change.
Just change.
Oh, just change. Change.
Here's your change.
Like string instrument. Here's your change.
There's a
We
lot
gotta
of
say that
wordplay.
when we gotta say that when we beat people up. Here's your change.
Here's your change.
Oh,
It
that's so
works.
good.
It works
like
on
it.
levels, yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Change is coming to Valoran.
That's true. And with that, we can go ahead and go through the rest of your journey here. Nothing too eventful occurs. You're on the road. It's quiet, safe. You see a couple other carts go by as you get closer to Valoran. Looks like traders of general goods. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just going to the next destination. Until you see it close to the coast. The smell of sea salt filling your nose as you go further and further. You've reached Valoran.
Let's go.
You see a huge circular wall. This is the first thing any of you would notice. You see Valoran. That goes not only in the land, but also into the sea as well. It completely encircles the city. Large spires kind of dot the distance. Like very, very, very high buildings, much different than Eshwa. From the outside, that's most of what you would see. You would see the walls and these large towers peeking over. And then there's this kind of like sea fog that fills the area.
Ominously or just kind of like naturally it's there?
Could go either way. It's there
That's fair.
by the ocean, so I mean it's not like the craziest thing,
Yeah.
but it's a pretty dense sea fog that looks like it surrounds the city. And
That's good.
let's maybe call it there, because I think going into a new city is
Yes.
a
Yeah.
huge thing.
Sounds
Like
good.
a lot of time.
That's
Sure.
fun.
I think we're right at the 4-hour mark right now anyway, so that works out.
Yeah, about to be. Yeah, that's been a good
Yeah.
Mm.
good session. That was good.
You were
Woo.
like, I don't know how long we'll actually play today. Ends up doing a 4-hour session.
Yeah, I mean, y'all
So-
always contribute so much with like the role play and stuff. Really, like I could sit back and like watch and enjoy, and it's fun.
that
So I
theater
don't have to
piece
prep someone.
That was
oh my
amazing.
God.
I don't
Playing
know
it, well
why the
done.
voice just cracked me up so much.
Well done.
The
Flynn.
theater. Thanks,
The theater.
guys. Hmm.
We're gonna these guys are gonna be the recurring thing in every city we go to that they put on.
God, I hope not.
We have
uh,
recently put on a production.
Hey, if they do well, then
Hmm.
prestige to my
I
name,
mean,
so.
I'll let the dice tell the story. They got a 20 with disadvantage.
Yeah.
They deserved it. So
True.
Oh yeah, should be good.
Skews, astonishing actors, enacting, amazing.
Astonishing is
anecdotes.
much better than adventurous. I should have gone with astonishing. Damn. Missed opportunity.
it's too late. Did everyone add the gold that Toby gave? I know it was kind of like a quick little bit.
5
Yeah.
gold, right?
5 gold, yeah.
Kai didn't get any. I'm sorry.
Kai is fine with that. Kai doesn't have a need for
Material possession.
possessions. Yeah, material possessions. Plus,
I
he
do
actually
like-
already has gold.
I do like the idea of like Ty being like, listen, you don't need material goods. Meanwhile, getting her cut of every adventure, you don't need. It's just not what we live for, really.
But anyway,
Uh,
thank you all for tuning in.
Yep.
We had a few new
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys very
visitors,
much.
and we
for live.
appreciate you all.
I didn't realize we were still live.
We will be
Yeah,
until I sign
reminder.
off.
Yeah, ooh. Reminder
Um,
that we're off next week.
We are off next week, but
Mhm.
I believe we have some content coming up soon. Noah, if you want to talk a
Mm.
little bit about that.
So we have, outside of this, been working on some short form content that you can soon find on our social medias as well as YouTube channel. I believe if you are new and you want to catch up on the journey so far, we will be posting our VODs to YouTube at some point. I don't know if we've agreed on a live date yet.
No, we are
Um,
launching soon.
We will
Yeah,
announce on our
but-
Twitter if you want to
Yeah.
follow that. Yeah.
Otherwise,
You know what?
forever.
Follow us everywhere just in case, so you don't miss
just in
anything.
case,
There you go.
never know.
We're chaotic here. We
Um,
don't plan things. We just sort of do it. You know, it's great.
Do it averagely.
I don't
Very
want to
average.
spoil anything for next week, but let's just say that there will be a lot of questions, and maybe if you bring your own knowledge, you could have a lot of fun with it. So next Saturday, 7 p.m. PST, we will have not a D&D session, but something else. We've been putting in some work and planning, and so I think I'm really excited to see
Yeah.
it. So
So we hope you take the initiative and follow us on every social media and such.
good D&D pun.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
But other than that,
Author
we
game.
hope you have a fantastic week. Take care of yourself. Stay well. Hydrate. And we
Hydrate.
will talk to you very soon.
Yeah.
Much love, everybody. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Give yourself, love each other, and love animals.
And take
Love
down
animals.
Live